The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality. Bakushi thinks he's won the game, but he didn't count on the pinch hitter.
All is continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy, a salt in the ocean. Serpent is the sine wave, polarities interwoven. A chemical sorcery, elixirs and potions. Resonant frequencies, molecular explosions. Your daily programs is heavy doses of hypnosis. People walk around blind even though their eyes are open. No time for ideological salesmen with biblical notions. That box in your room, televised lies through your vision. It doesn't matter your race, status, or religion. No longer have to beat you when your mind is locked in prison. That food is filled with toxins, it's why you can't think clear. Illusion of choice is your option while keeping all in fear. Load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here. I said load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space, so get the fuck out my face.
In the instant I changed the mission with photosynthesis. Witness the synthesis, ripping endless on instruments. Feel the frequency, energy off this Hennessy synergy. Literally those that take us to infinity. Reading articles, all is horrible, calling audibles. I'm remarkable, I shot a fed at a carnival. Dust and particles, follicles gon' be everywhere. Heavy pair of some pistols, I shot them holding that teddy bear. Fuck the system, let's keep it simple, let's raise the temple. Make them triple while you're going to where they all assemble. Not Avengers, I'm the Avenger, I seek the engine. Kept my temper till I stuck the hidden blade up in her. Fuck the ruler, here's what they doing to you. Poison water in the food is what you put into you. I'm the shooter with new maneuvers. Caught back to Ruger, super trooper. He is gonna need a pooper scooper. The revenge of Montezuma. Rocking my Pumas, uppercut like a Kuma, sending you straight to Luna. Cosmic verses from universes on new excursions, emerging the virgin. I pull it back, the iron curtain. War leaders are war eaters, born cheaters, war sneakers, rearrange their core features. Born reaper, hurricane, the sword keeper. Form ether, burn all of the mold geezers. Up in government, parliament, bitch, I'm tarnishing arguments. Ain't no bargaining, throw a bomb in the audience. I'm the guardian, stranger all in the cardigan. Rearrange the universe, I am the artisan.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space, so get the fuck out my face.
As a king, fighting the spirit of Mesa King, vibing to my queen, playing the tambourine, while I'm eating the tangerine. My plasma was replaced with gasoline, got the blood of the Elohim, manifesting through a dream, a shit you never seen. I got the eyes of Medusa, and the hands of Wolverines, astral project with my inner being. We locked in the inner ring, hoping the Anunnaki intervene. While the world is under siege, they got an abyss under the sea, living underneath. Lightning struck me standing under a tree while I was crumbling weed, and an angel swooped down, put me under her wing. Now she shields me from my desires the devil brings. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes
Check it, yo. I always be analyzing to see who's fake. People acting Janice, running around two-faced, talking behind my back until they put in their place. You're a two-course meal without saying grace on the internet. Talking shit through your fingertips, talking high power till your shine is eclipsed. Trying to ride a wave until your mind is seasick. Cement shoes and your ankles tied with 3 bricks. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. This is real life. I will piss on your grave and throw dick to your wife. This is a warning mixed with some advice. You might be king, but I'm the ace of spades, and you just reneged. This is food for thought, bitch, eat a grenade. This is what people want. The beach treated like dirt. I tried being humble, but that was absurd. All the brainless pigeons flock together like birds, pecking for crumbs until they merge with the crossroads and chuck the demi-urge. I think they had enough. I took the trash to the curb. Let the torture begin and watch them burn. Here's the urn.
It's hard to keep it real with fake people. They can take love, mix it with hate, and make evil. I'm staring at 50 shades of gray people. It's a brand deception, like K-Reno. They are who they say they isn't. On the internet, spreading everybody's business through a troll account. Talking foul, not knowing what goes around comes around. The flat out truth is the energy change when I come around. I guess London Bridge is falling down. Hey, Debo, stall him out. We know all about the narrative painting. To control the clout, they gatekeepers trying to stop the ones trying to awake people. HOTC.
What's up, Tommy? Man, I got this picture of man, I seen this video. This guy's, I forgot the name, OG Dre or something, his channel. He shows clips of videos, and man, I forgot the name of these people. I've seen some of their stuff. They live in Mexico or down South America. And they go into like the jungle. They're looking for, like, they find these, like, I don't want to say tombs, but all sorts of like pyramids and stuff. They're going in and they found this amazing ancient technology. That's definitely before one of these resets. And it's just interesting. Now it makes sense of why the United States wants to go to the jungle down there. And they're burning those people out of their fucking... There's people that live in the jungle that don't watch TV, right? They don't have technology. They just live in the jungle and they've been there. They probably know nothing else but that. And they're losing their home because these people think the fucking jungle is just burning on its own. Since when does a jungle just burn? It can't. It's too wet. But a direct energy weapon to fucking annihilate the jungle. Now I have my theories about these blimps too. The lights they show in the pictures, I think, were direct energy weapons. Because in some of the pictures, you look at the lights and they're literally on a building that's burning or... But yeah, I'm going to show some clips from this video, but it's just going to eat up my gigabytes, which sucks, but I don't know. I screen recorded that one part, but there's a lot of clips in this video. Maybe I'll just put the link if people... What's this? Go and watch it. I've even heard stories about Afghanistan and these giants that live in the mountains. Hey, Salama. Yeah, that sounds better. Oops. I gotta read the email, so I'm slacking. I slack with everything lately. I literally slack. I gotta stop slacking. Because I fucking... Man, even in this Afghan mountains, it looks like something melted that to freaking hell. Mega copper... And in the video, it shows these swords they allegedly found in the desert. Now, I have a problem. See, AI ruins it. Now, it's going to be peacefuls and tools. They show these pictures of giant swords. I mean, these swords are like huge. Huge. Man, I'm trying to think of a length. It's quarter of a mile. These swords that they dug up, or sword. Let me pull this picture up of this helmet. I screenshot it. This guy allegedly found this helmet in the ocean. Look at this thing. This is one of the relics they found. People with this technology just don't get up and leave. You know, the Mayans and all those people. Nah. Their intelligence was superior, man. Supreme. Whatever word we can use to highly to put them high up on a pedestal with meaning and knowledge. Now, you got that. It looks like it lights up. But then you got this 7-pointed thing that he's put in there, and it looks like there's something clear at the center. And this is the device I'm going to show a video on this thing. Those gears turn. They found this too. This, I don't know how real this is. The guy's moving around. He's going in and out of this helmet. And my thought is, A, how'd the government not find this first? Because there is talk of the earth was flooded because the giants, weren't they able to not swim or something? I don't know. But if that's the case, then where's all these giant Titan bodies under the water? It makes me start to think about that big crack in the ocean floor. Is it really a crack, or was it an entrance to some underground realm? When I start seeing stuff like this, it just obliterates so-called history. This stuff is very old, right? And they were supposed to have no knowledge of gears turning and stuff like that. At least even giants, they explain that they were tall, dumb people, right? that just walked around. They explained like, duh, right? And they just walk around stupid like Homer, but that's far from the truth. They always paint these pictures of low IQ and like we're the only smart people. I mean, we're the only intelligent people. But yeah, I wonder about this. Wait till you see this. But this thing, I mean, look at the carvings on there. It's almost like, why they got long bony hands? The two people below, one's kneeling and the other one, I don't know. But it's got some sort of a helmet on. You know, people say they're aliens and stuff, but people forget. That civilization did a lot of ayahuasca and a lot of toad venom. Or whatever they did. They were definitely exploring the other dimensions. Thanks to Mother Earth. They were elevating their mind. Just like when I took shrooms a few times and acid. Acid's more of a chemical, but I would rather take the shroom route. Because acid is very intense. It could be if you take too much. You might never come down. And I thought that happened to me. But yeah, if you're gonna trip, let me not say that. I would take the shroom route. That's all I'm gonna say. Holy shit! I never seen this. This isn't. Wow. Let me send this to my phone. But yeah, I'm gonna play that video in a second. It's gonna annihilate my gigabytes. This guy had a joke, man. He said the way his accent was, he came into the room and he said, "Is there a black person here?" Now, it sounds like they're saying, "Is there a black person in here?" But he said, "Is there a black person here?" Right? But the way he said it, and the black lady was sitting there, yeah. Anyone seen that video? No. Alright. Now, what happened here? Oh, alright. Let me get this video. And trying to think, should I download it and then play it? I hate those commercials, but I'm just gonna play. I'm only gonna play a few things. I'm not. It's over an hour long, and I sure as fuck ain't sitting here for an hour to watch it. But I will drop the link for it so people can go check this guy's channel out. He served in the military, from what I know. Which, whatever. It's not a bad thing. Definitely a learning curve. Let's see. His name of his channel is Dre OG Reacts. I said it backwards, but Mysterious. Damn, they found these Titan bagpipes. I didn't finish watching this video, but we'll see how fast my fucking gigabytes get smoked. Oh shit, it's gonna make me do that. So damn. Oh, okay, I'm blind. Wait, no. Where is create? How do I get the link to his channel? This is set up different. Oh, right here. I got it. Alright. Alright. Let me see the chat while I set this up. Who else came in? Hey, Candy, Dom, Mission. Alright, Mission. Yeah, sun is the best ingredient. Alright. Damn, there's a lot of good information, I guess. Alright, let's see if it'll let me play it when. Oh, let me do this first with no interference. Let me make sure the quality is good. Alright. Break that fast. I was thinking of the word, right? We got conned in this institution. That's why it's called a constitution. Oh, my bad. What the fuck? Alright. I'm gonna switch over. Come on. All right.
Now, there are videos where they're in trees throwing things at people. They show the video.
We don't know exactly what it is that can be disclosed, but what if it turns out that we're an agricultural product, you know, that we are being harvested for something, or we're being allowed to breed in kind of a science experiment? Let's see where this goes. And then when it's time to end the experiment, I mean, I'm not sure people can handle it.
Man, there's a lot going on in the world. Look, this video right here is not for the weak. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. This is just what's being talked about amongst the internet. There's a lot of different theories of what could possibly be coming and happening. Let's smash that like button. Let's get this video to like 15,000 likes. Let's have a good time while we're still here, because this one right here is a little bit crazy. Just know, if you're going through a tough time, you're not in this by yourself. We're going through this thing called life together. Let's get it.
They say the only way to kill giants was by drowning them. But
no offense, but if you're paying more than $50 per month on home insurance, you're literally throwing money away in the trash. Seriously, did you know the average homeowner is overpaying by $3,000 a year? That's not a typo. $3,000 of your money gone. And the worst part, the big insurance companies are counting on you never finding out. Look, I know what you're thinking. There's no way I'm overpaying by that much. Because I thought the exact same thing until my buddy showed me this website. Which, by the way, the big insurance companies hate so much, they've tried to shut it down multiple times. Why? Because it exposes exactly how much cash they've been siphoning from your bank account every single month. Think of it like this. Every month, you write a check for $300, but only $50 of it actually goes towards protecting your home. The other $250, that's just padding the pockets of insurance executives. Well, this website shows you all your coverage options. So for the first time ever, you can compare apples to apples and see exactly how badly they've been ripping you off. And when homeowners like you use this site, they save an average of $2,900 per year. That's a family vacation. That's your kids' braces. That's finally renovating that kitchen you've been putting off for years. This website has home coverage for just $1.41 per day, using same big companies you've already known, but at wholesale prices they don't want you to see. And here's what else you get when you buy home insurance through this marketplace. No more spam calls from desperate agents, no more hidden fees they forgot to mention, and no more getting punished for your loyalty with higher rates. You could save up to $3,000 per year with this website. And it only takes 2 minutes to do. Look, I get it if you're skeptical. I was too, but this website has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So, yeah, it's for real. So if you want to stop letting the big insurance companies rob you blind and put that $3,000 back in your pocket, click the link in this video. You're just going to answer a couple questions like the type of your home and where you live, and that's it. Go ahead and click the link. Oh, and make sure to click the button at the end to get your quote.
But the flood wasn't just a punishment for human corruption. It was a divine purge, something much darker. In Genesis 6:4, the Bible says, "The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. These weren't ordinary beings. They were giants, violent, unnatural, a race born of rebellion. Humanity lost control, and only God's judgment could wipe out what never should have existed. The flood lasted 40 days and nights, long enough to silence the wicked and bury the giants beneath the deep. But here's the mystery. That same verse says the Nephilim existed after the flood too. So, did they survive? Are they still hidden in shadows, in forbidden places? The Bible doesn't say. Science can't explain. But the legend lives on.
Enoch, you have been chosen by the Most High. And I will reveal to you what no man has seen. The mysteries hidden since the beginning.
All right, hold on. I am going to fast forward. That's why I paused it. All right, where is this part? You're just going to show stuff of pictures I already showed. This guy, nothing. Oh, no. They're gonna talk about fucking that thing in space. And this guy talks about monkey in the tree. All right, what's this guy?
Getting I'm gonna keep going though. I done loosen it up.
Well,
but of course, commercials. But I'm on.
Well, in Luke 21:11, Jesus makes this mysterious statement, which theologians, even Greek translators, they haven't dared to translate because it's just so weird. And in that verse, Jesus said at the very end of the age, there would be great sights from the heavens and there would be fearful sights. Well, my specialty is Greek. And when Jesus said there will be great sights from the heavens, the word from is the word apo, and in Greek it describes things descending out of the heavens.
Wow.
So Jesus didn't tell us what it was, but he said at the end of the age, people will begin to see things coming out of the heavens. Then he said, fearful sights. That is the word phobotron. It's a derivative of the word phobos, which means fear, but when it becomes phobotron, the Greeks only use that word one way and no other way. It is the word for monsters. And that is a literal translation, and that's why translators never translate it right. They couldn't understand what this monster thing was. So when you put it together, Jesus said at the end of the age, people to see things apo, descending directly out of the heavens. There's going to be the of monsters in the end of the age. Well, that's what was going on before the flood. Exactly. And Jesus said it will be replicated again at the very end of the age.
Oh my God!
Whoa! Recently, sky observers from around the world have been uploading videos in the footage where there was once only blue sky and white clouds. Clear images of cities suddenly appear. Skyscrapers, streets, lights, even moving silhouettes like reflections from another world hanging above our skies. Scientists attempt to explain it, some suggesting it's light refraction similar to a mirage. But the problem is these cities didn't appear over deserts or oceans, but over places like New York, Beijing, and Paris, lasting for tens of minutes with details precise to almost make out building outlines even more.
Oh yeah, are they giving it a good old test, huh? For they hit the green button or what? That's some pretty good holograms. But yeah.
Farm in the wild. Raised
just point blank, what did you see?
Fucking homes. Like somebody's house. Like not people houses, not.
Inyukun homes.
Yep. And I said, well.
Do you mind just giving a rundown of that?
We were, Rick was on a show talking about our Watchers series. And as he's doing that, there's a caller that calls in and
no, like really imagine an army of people trying to fight things like unicorns, giant cobras, freaking leviathans, or they could go another route, which is probably prequels. They could make a prequel on how ancient civilizations tried to complete their own rituals. They can show the foundation in other countries and how they do rituals or accidents. Or they could even do it like a disaster film, showing how people are trying to figure out a way to escape or exist with the ancient ones. It'd probably still be another satirical dark comedy, but I feel like they could probably make something work. I definitely feel like we'll want to see more movies revolved around different rituals in different countries though.
So who I remember when they was talking about the Titans, Giants, the Nephilim? Well, I'm gonna need y'all to look at this gargantuan ass gladiator helmet. Look at it. What's fitting that? And then if you just look at the scale of the helmet, this grown man is inside of this helmet. So that means whatever was wearing this helmet, his head was the size of a man. So I can only imagine the rest of the body. And seeing things like this, it make you think twice when you're hearing stories about the War of the Gods, the Titan Wars, or even the fallen angels when they rebelled against the Most High and went to war. This is obviously some kind of Spartan gladiator helmet for a giant man. The truth is stranger than fiction. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this Nephilim.
I think they found another Nephilim cave, y'all. Oh my god. Look at that shit. It's like a whole like civilization like down there or something. Y'all do understand that there's still like a lot of places on this earth that has not been seen by the human eye yet? Like y'all do get that, right? And let's keep it a being, y'all. This joint look like a broken down tree. Just look like one of them trees, yo. And then I basically took a screenshot of the inside. You could basically see like it's like little trees and shit down there too. These type of caves, y'all, and these mega structures are all across the world, yo. And a lot of these places are nowhere near civilization, you feel me? The only way you really gonna see this type of stuff is if you have a drone or a plane. And let's be honest, most of us don't have that. Now, I don't know if you ever heard about the Gandar giant story, but he basically came out of something like that, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, man. Wake up!
This video is pretty fascinating. This is from the group Alien Carvings. They actually do some excavation out of Mexico where they found all these relics, and they continue to go back and dig up many different artifacts and relics, some real unbelievable stuff. Take a look at this thing. Now, remember, these things are guesstimated to be from 10 to 20,000 years old. This is some type of mechanism. As he's turning the lever, and it'll start to move this ball like there's some type of magnetic fixture inside that's moving it. But don't stop watching now, because this device gets a lot more complicated. As you can see, these levers he turns and it moves the ball. Look at the graphics on this thing. The graphics themselves, it seems like it tells a story. This thing dates back so far, we can't help but to start questioning human history. Is this our real history? Now, I tend to believe that there's been many before us, civilizations before us, that have been wiped out and reset. Look at the gears on this thing, but now you're going to see the best part. Yes, this whole mechanism is almost like a flashlight. It creates its own electricity and light. How is that possible? This is thousands of years before the Industrial Revolution. What civilization made these things, and what was this for? It seems like it's more than just a flashlight. There must be another purpose for this. These guys at Alien Carvings, man, they find some really unique findings. I actually sat down and talked to these guys. If you want to watch that interview, you can see it on my YouTube channel. As you know, Instagram doesn't really work for long-term content, so make sure you stop by there and also subscribe. But make sure you follow.
From underground, like the plasma events assert, because that's
ready to hatch and leave the firmament yet. What y'all think about that one? Let me know in the comments down below.
Yeah, I'm not ending the live stream. I'm just gonna play this part, let this woman speak, and then I'm gonna talk about the last couple of clips. I haven't seen the rest of this, but I'm pretty sure there's other dope stuff. But let's hear what she has to say.
Ground like the plasma event CERT. August 10th, 2022. This was on the InfoWars. They want everyone gone when they come up or out. Last things are they're breaking the dumps. They want nobody up here when they come up from underground, and they will come up from underground like the plasma events CERT, because that's what they've been preparing for. So to tell you that it's an alien invasion is easy, because they've been creating these creatures underground, like the Thumb People in the Spy Kids movie, the Balenciaga pictures, yes. But those are engineered biological entities with that specialized concrete system and everything else. And the Foo Fighters and the UFOs and the way that they go through the atmosphere. So I, not knowing what you lying people were doing, I drew out what I was watching with your chaos math. Now, you're welcome for not putting the other symbology in here, but you're either a Nephilim, an actual entity looking for a body, or you're a blockchain provider waiting for these two segments and put yourself back together, or it's a full-on demon or a creature. That's a little harder because they're more physical, they're in lower planes, they're tethered lower in resonance. And then you have composite sets. When it busts apart into the cloud, the foglet, the edge flare, yeah, that's called the atmosphere. So then the narrow path is a version of you because you're not your skin. This is where Ken Wheeler talking about how, you know, you are not your skin, and there's always this battle for resonance because you as a human, not an augmented human, a human, have the ability to tether at lower frequency and higher frequency simultaneously. And you can procreate. You have empathy and creativity. They don't have any of that because they have no endocrine system. That's what I think kicked all this off according to the Dead Sea Scrolls. But for another day. So the narrow path out with Jesus or your creator, okay? Because Jesus I believe in God. So that's for me who I believe in. But every soul is different. You're going to have to walk out your path in authenticity with your soul's journey. That's why I don't get on people for their faith. That's personal. Like how you spend your money, like who you sleep with, etc. Personal. I don't want nobody else telling me what to do with my vagina. What? So crass. Yeah. And this is nasty. What is?
Right. That's how I feel, man. And people be worried about the wrong stuff. Worry about your life and stop worrying about somebody else's snatch. You feel me? Like, that just be.
All right. What's up, True Song? Let me see. How can I,
What's up, bro? Is my mic good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, what's up with you, man? Shit, you know what
Just chilling.
I gotta get this machine.
Huh?
Roll my window. Roll my window up. I can barely hear you. What they talking about in that last clip? Was she talking about an alien invasion?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. She was talking about how they're creating, you know, like they're manipulating genetics and stuff. And that, you know, basically just talking about genetic manipulation underground in these labs. And that's how they're going to have a fake alien invasion with these genetically modified or whatever things. I don't even know what to call them, but
like they're gonna have a bunch of hybrids, bro. Like that's what she said. Like a bunch of hybrids, genetically modified humanoid type of. Is that what she said?
yeah, they don't have no souls, these things, and they don't like us because they're jealous, I guess. I don't know how she would know they're jealous, but
That's some sci-fi movie spooky shit right there, man. That's some sci-fi late night outer limit shit. You gotta think alien. The definition for alien just means foreigner. So we've already seen alien invasions throughout history, even right now. Alien just means foreigner. So somebody coming from a foreign country will be considered an alien, bro. So you gotta think when they talk,
you're borging out a little bit. Uh-oh. He lost signal. And look, he's driving, he can't get signal, but we're getting pictures from Mars. Get the fuck out of here. All right, let me switch back over.
All right, cool. Can you hear me now?
He figures that out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they be saying this shit, bro, when they say foreigners, they talking about aliens, alien invasion. We already seen an alien invasion.
Huh.
Alien just mean foreigner. Alien just mean foreigner. That's all it means. Somebody from a different land. So that's what I'm saying. When they talk about these things, I feel like they do the same thing how they do with that goddamn Bible. It's all allegory. It's not meant to be taken literal.
It could mean
it's like they talk in riddles.
In many ways, it could be microscopic alien invasion, an alien.
Parasite microscopic for sure.
But
for sure.
I think they would go as far as to create. Who knows what they're messing with these genetics? In Connecticut, there's this laboratory on this island, right near Long Island. And there's always shit washing up on shore. Tons of stories growing up of weird looking things washing up. Like, who knows, man, what they're doing in these labs. And
That woman was on some. She was on some Alex Jones.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, ow, ow. But that's fine. That's what she,
yeah, Alex Jones, tinfoil hat wearing motherfucker, man. Those type of people, that people like that, they get up there and just say any goddamn thing. They make real truth searchers look bad, man. They make it. They throw salt in the game. Because they just saying anything. If somebody say, "Hey, troops on, man," you know we being blasted with chemtrails, and you know that they underground doing some nefarious activities, I can be like, okay, I can see that happening. Yeah, I can go with that. But they get selling this spooky shit, talking about like, what's that one guy, Boston from Richie? Oh man, buy you some canned goods, man. The grid gonna crash. All this other shit, man. They just selling this fear mongering, man. I noticed that with a lot of these those so-called not conspiracy theories, a lot of those so-called they leak so-called private information. That's one thing I noticed. I ain't saying it's complete bullshit. I'm just saying, man. Fear is the name of the game. They tricked off, man. But yeah, man, she's talking about invasion. Oh my god. Yeah, like I agree with that. It could be, microscopic, organisms. Like I said, alien just means fucking foreigner. That's what it means. And I feel like they propagate those things so they continue. They can't take goddamn movies about it. Big-headed aliens with slime coming from their mouth. Who all in the chat?
I had to go through all that just to fucking switch over. But yeah, when she mentioned what's his name, I was like, damn. But that doesn't mean all of what she says. I don't trust. I never trusted that guy, Alex Jones.
Well, you got to think. Somebody had mentioned something the other day. It's controlled information, but it's counter information. All this shit they doing and coming out saying, bro, it's counter information, man. The countering information is already out. I ain't saying her in particular, but people like these are all ages, man. All these people that they coming out so-called not debunking shit to me. It's just man, I don't know, bro. It is what it is, man. I feel like a lot of them they sell fear, they sell fear, man.
I've noticed though, ever since it's wild how even on the news, right? That's how you could tell their plan is starting to go into full effect with the fake alien invasion, is because you see it on the news now, and then they got some alien rock that is gonna hit Earth or come by Earth, and it might be an alien craft, and then they got all of a sudden all these archaeologists are finding all this alien stuff. Like, who even knows if that shit's real? They're pushing the narrative so people will believe these aliens that are if they're coming from anywhere. They're coming from underground, from a laboratory. They're not coming from planets you can't even land on. But
yeah, I seen that. I seen a news article. They said it was a 12-mile wide alien spacecraft headed towards Earth. What a crock of bullshit, man. I said, what a crock of bullshit. They ain't saying anything now. So what a crock of people, but you gotta think. They've been coming out with these alien invasion movies since the 50s. Right?
True.
You go back, all that propaganda started back in the 50s. Right after Roswell and all that shit. So they started coming out Hollywood. They started selling that shit to the masses. So now they to the point now. Think about how many alien invasion movies that I came out with.
One of my favorite shows, X-Files.
Yeah.
That's not an alien invasion too much, but it's still in that category. What was the one with Tom Cruise? And Ice Cube just put a movie out, Invasion of the Worlds or some shit. But you know, that movie just goes to show how they use they're using these agendas, man, to
Right, and I
people
feel
don't
like
see
that whole.
nothing wrong with being fully enslaved.
Right,
Huh?
that's what I was saying. That's why they started coming out with those alien invasion movies in the 50s, because all that shit correlates with one another. So that's why now they just ramping it up even more. For one, they're selling career forms, and two, it's propaganda for streets. Like you said, it's an agenda. They're gonna fulfill. I feel like they will stage some type of event where it involves aliens.
Shit, I know one thing. I'm trying to shoot them down so I could steal their technology. But the second thing, if that shit crashes and some ugly creature gets out of it, I'm busting a shot in its face first to drop it. But yeah, if something ugly gets out of one of them crafts, I'd be like, oh, we're fucked. Imagine they're breeding like all sorts of half roach, half man like beings and shit.
Right. Man,
I wouldn't doubt it.
My favorite movie as a kid was that motherfucking Independence Day. Because you remember, and even in that movie, they portrayed a big old mothership over Washington D.C. And they look, like I said, they just came out with a publication talking about a 12-mile wide spacecraft is headed this way. So yes, that's what they doing, man. It's like a fucking movie script that they playing out.
I seen a video this morning, and there's a lot of people that think these crafts are people coming back that are going to save Earth, and that's what the guy he said. People think that these crafts are either Anunnaki are coming back and they're going to scoop them up or save them. I seen the video this morning where the guy said that's our people coming back.
Yeah, but bullshit.
And even Christians believe it too. They believe that the crafts are going to come scoop them up.
Bro, I feel like all that shit is propaganda, bro. I don't feel like I know it is. Cause think about it like this, bro. They know the majority of the masses don't watch fucking news. People don't watch news, mainstream news anymore. They know everybody's on YouTube, bro. They know everybody's going to like the dark web and everybody's on YouTube to get the information now. So you think they ain't got that shit controlled too? Just like they got a puppet.
Hell yeah.
Just like they got a puppet giving you Fox News every day. They got a puppet. They got a nigga on YouTube telling you propaganda and free porn. It's the same shit, bro.
That's wild.
If somebody think hey man, I'm not gonna watch CNN, Fox News no more. I'm watching somebody on YouTube to get real information. No man, that shit controlled too, man. That's what I'm saying. All that shit propaganda. Talking about the Anunnaki doing a return. It's all bullshit. Like I say all the time, that whole Anunnaki shit is just like the Jesus story. Anunnaki's gonna come, return, save you, take you back to your own planet. It's all bullshit. Same thing with Jesus. They say Jesus gonna return, take all those people back to heaven with him. It's all bullshit. You waiting on that? If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I want to sell you. I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm just saying. Even be government agents. They'd be so-called UFOs and saying, you know what I'm saying? Some of them motherfuckers they might be military government agents doing that.
They're these. It's DARPA. They create these drones that are silent, no lights on them. Like people don't think these drones that they're seeing got lights on them. Were put up there by the government to put a show on. You know, people think if these crafts were coming in, they wouldn't have lights on them and be seen. Like all this shit is for a show, man. Because the government knows people are going to be like, they're aliens, they're coming. Like it's all for a show, man. They want people to see them. That's why there's lights on.
All that shit is
Yeah.
military. All those UFOs are just military aircraft, man. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. You think they ain't got a mothership? You think the military? I believe the military has a mothership, and they gonna put it in the motherfucking sky. They been having shit like that, man. Think about it. If they can put that shit in a movie, think they can put that shit out in the sky?
Yeah, for sure. If you go and look, you could see. I even think the Mayans. Some of those pyramids look like landing crafts. I think this technology of flying crafts is definitely nothing new.
Oh yeah, that technology been around, man. They think because I feel like I don't know. This is hard because I don't want to say something and it be too outlandish. This technology that they playing with been around for eons, man. For eons. Technology is being remixed. The technology is being reused and remixed. That's it. But it's been around. Because if they're saying they're secrets, if they're saying that they're secrets under the Vatican and all that other shit, that means they got the edification on what to build, what type of technology. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, man?
Huh? Oh. They say there's all sorts of shit under the Vatican. I believe it, or I think there is too. Put it that way. I also think some of these castles go real far underground, and I also think there's civilizations underground, laboratories. I even think some of these so-called people that the youth look up to, the actors and rappers, might be lab created with no soul. They could have taken someone else's genetics. That's why you need to be careful when if you pass away, if you put that on your license, they'll say, oh, you could donate this and that. It's for a good cause, right? They don't tell you what type of cause. They just say it's for a good cause, right?
Right.
for science. They could be taking your DNA, create another flesh carcass that looks like you, and it won't be you because your soul won't be in it. But I think they can create soulless. They could grow soulless bodies. All they need is some sort of DNA. When I say soulless, I mean the bodies are growing, but it's not coming from the womb or the seed or sperm. Maybe they could do it that way too, but I don't think these things have souls. I think they're able to grow a fleshly body.
You gotta think they already got that. They already got that with them them robots. Them fucking
Yeah.
I seen over there in Egypt now. Where was it? Saudi Arabia. They had that fucking robot. It was a woman though.
Oh yeah. You heard of that story in Japan where they said these robots allegedly fucking went in there and just annihilated all these people in Japan? Let me see if I can find the story. Yeah, it was these robots allegedly killed 20-something people. These robots basically are, I don't know, self-learning and they all of a sudden killed all these people. I don't know if I believe it, but let me see.
Hey, hold on, Charlie. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
All right. me see what comes up. Oh boy, the first thing that comes up is fact check. They're still doing that garbage. Let's see what Fact Checkity Checker says. Man. My name's Fact Checkity Checker. It says, 4 AI robots killed 29 scientists in Japan in 2017 in August. And it says in December of 2018, social media users began circulating a short and blurry video showing a woman relaying a story about 29 scientists who were reportedly killed by artificial intelligence controlled robots in Japan. Why is our monitor labeling this an incident or hazard? Doesn't say it's not true. Doesn't say anything. Fuck. It says, the hell? It says right here. Oh, where did that? Oh, no evidence that 4 AI robots killed 29 scientists in Japan or South Korea. Never heard about South Korea one. Man, I thought it booted me out. Yo, ee-oo, ee-oo. The fizzle,
I can hear you. I
fizzle.
hear you.
Man, my thing ain't lighting up. That's why I thought no one could hear me. But cool, it didn't boot me out. Alright, so I don't know. It's basically a lot of articles saying no, or they don't know. But I know one thing. China is far ahead with those robots. Did you see True Song? They got robots that you could have sex with and shit. That's wild.
Oh shit, man! They merging machine with clay, iron with clay.
They got a brothel. I think I seen some video on it. It came up on YouTube about these robots, and they were showing. I think it was on that OG, whatever showed a clip of it.
You
The
talking about
guy's
Philly?
video was just playing. Yeah, there's a
You talking
clip on
about
YouTube.
Philly?
Huh?
Philly OG. That's you talking about.
Oh hell no. No, OG, what's his name? I just played his video, that guy.
I'm going the wrong goddamn way, man. Shit. I'm
I
going
don't
wrong.
know. You know, no disrespect to OG Philly, I don't know that man. But from what I heard out of his own mouth, that he don't fucking like white people, so-called
Nah,
white people.
No, he don't.
So
Nah, not at all. He'll come out and say it.
yeah, I
that's
heard
it.
him
That's
say it out of his own mouth.
me and him. We supposed to had a debate about that on my channel. I think we did. He did end up coming to my channel, and we had a conversation about it. Then they building a new gas station up here too. God damn. They turn some shit down and build something else. Yeah. We had a discussion about it on my channel, man. I asked him why he thought we go.
I think Bro Sanchez secretly don't like white people either.
Why you there?
Because when he brings up, he used to talk about them topics a lot. Now, I don't know if he's using it as a tactic to draw in his so-called people, right? Excuse me, to draw in more so-called black people to his channel. It is a topic that, the white and black topic, man, it creates a lot of controversy. But
it's been creating controversy and shit. Because they know a lot of different ethnicities really don't care for each other, man. Yes, you know, I used to be like that, but I don't, you know, I never really, I can't even, I don't know what I was talking about when I first came up here. It's just, you know, but a lot of them don't care for us either because I do go in different sectors, man. And they'll call you a nigger in a heartbeat. I shit, what's the name? Old girl from over here said nigger. They don't, they'll say it as soon as they get mad, they'll say it in a heartbeat, man. So, you know, it is, that's why, same thing vice versa. A black person to call a white person, you know, some facetious things, you know. But
I say it because he gets real, like when these topics, sometimes you could see the anger come out of him, right? But I think I don't know. That's just my opinion.
it was a man,
fine.
bro. It was a fucking Mexican dude on my panel the other day. He kept saying nigger. I'm like, man, I was like, man, because Sardrop was up there. Matter of fact, Sardrop was telling him like, bro, we don't get mad. Y'all think we gonna get mad because y'all calling us niggas, bro? We don't care, bro. Y'all think we? When is that a window, man? Let's stop by there, man. You think that we're gonna get mad by them saying that? We don't give a shit, man. I'm gonna tell all we don't care.
Yeah, that shit's weak. People say that they get mad and the truth comes out.
Y'all already know. Y'all already know. That's why when old girl said it, I wouldn't. When she racist, but when she said it like that, like, oh, you telling me something I already know. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. I gotta get to work, man. I got a lot of windows I gotta clean. God damn, man.
All right, True Song. Thanks for coming up. Get
All
that
right, man.
money.
Appreciate you.
Money.
Sure, appreciate you, fam.
All right. Peace. I said it all late. I tried to get it in there. Let's see this background real quick. Come on. Yeah, just the way I like it. White. No, I'm joking. Now, I'm gonna that technology, man. That so-called relic that they got from. That's what I want to look up. What were they called? I wrote down their name. Oh, it's right here. It's called Alien Carvings, and that's suspect. Alien Carvings. I hope they didn't build that thing. If that's the case, let me see. Alien Carvings. Boop. Oh no. Damn it. I gotta learn Spanish. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Alright, let me stop acting like a child. And damn, these people climbing some tight spaces. So yeah, I went to their website, Alien Carvings. That's the name of them. I'm gonna look into their videos and stuff. But they're in South America in the jungle, deep in the jungles. Like I seen one video that they were in this little rowboat, and there's freaking pythons everywhere. Like, man, that ain't for me. I'm not getting in no meek, dirty water. all they got is big spiders and serpent snakes underwater. It's a wrap, man. Now, if I could float on the water, I'm good. And I need a high caliber weapon too, with infinite ammo, grenades. Like, I'll shove that grenade in the snake's mouth. I'll put a fucking steak. I'll put the grenade in a steak and throw it at the snake. Look at that rhyme. I wasn't even trying. But it makes me wonder. I really hope that stuff they were showing wasn't fake. And I say that because it really shows the old world technology. I'm going to pull up their website in a second. Just from the pictures I showed, I wonder if there's other ways to add. Why do I gotta keep doing this? Anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's weird. There must be an easier way to pull up pictures. Yeah, these relics are something else, especially that one. It almost looks like that's lit up. Now, if that's the case, you know, I just want to say, if that's the case and this stuff is lighting up like that, this is technology where they understood that there's energy all around. And this reminds me of free energy, we'll call it, where it's just lighting up because of all the energy that's already around everywhere. That's the type of tech they were on. Same thing with the Germans and the Moors and many other civilizations understood or understood or overstood or stood or sat down. Now, I wonder what happens when he places that down. I gotta find this video, because that thing is lit up back here. And, yeah, it's probably creating some sort of laser or something. Because I wonder what that drawing is about. Whatever's going on in that drawing, they got, like, masks on. And they almost look like protector masks. And this is the picture of that thing they found. There's 9 circles there. And I wonder why. I wonder what that is. I need to get some coffee. Give me 1 second. Whoa. This is the thing from the side. Them gears actually turn. If people want to see this, you could rewind this video. And I played the clip. I forgot how far back. But, yeah. It ain't too far back. Give me 1 second. I just gotta get coffee. Alright. You know what's wild? I got these gnats. I think they're from the fruit or bananas. But I killed a couple of them with my hands. I literally clapped them out of existence with my hands, and they bleed red blood. These little gnats, it's wild. Things are so little, but I'm like, damn, I need some fly paper. I forgot I had these traps that are for little mice. I'm gonna fucking tie a string to one of them traps. Whatever, if your hand lands on that trap, it's gonna stick to your hand. These traps are so brutal. They outlawed them, I guess. I don't know how true that is. And the reason why is because when the mice get on there, they can't get off. Like, the glue is so intense, they chew their freaking feet off to get loose. And that's diabolical, man. But, yeah, I don't know what the glue is, because I ain't gonna lie. I tried to free a mouse from, and I freed the mouse, too. It was a bitch to get him out of that stuff. I felt bad. It was about to chew its feet off to get out. And, I got him out. And before I could try to get some of the glue off, it took off when it hit the ground. It had all sticks and dirt stuck to it. But anyway, enough of that story. Let's get to these relics. And this is one of the pictures from their website. They're finding stuff like this. I mean, they need to be careful, these people, right? Technically, this stuff should be theirs because they found it, right? But somehow, I think the U.S. government would be involved. Because who the fuck's burning the jungle out? And two, the Mexican government would definitely get involved. And that's what sucks. But I'm definitely curious about some caves up here. So I find anything, I ain't saying a word. That ain't true. I don't know. I probably 99.1% sure that I might not put nothing up here. But there's that 0.9% that I might. What's up, Phil? Man, who's messing with Phil's on another one. I don't know what's up with Phil, but these are some reasons why I pretty much stay to myself, man. I don't think I'm above no one. I sure as hell ain't below anyone. But it's not so much about the money, but I get it. Yeah, he milked the cow the best way he knew how. But it's more about, like, you know, respect and shit. Like, I'll use Drop, for instance. I remember Drop would go up there because he would have open panels. It'd be Drop's turn. Drop would be dropping some wisdom or knowledge. And he would get cut off or muted. Or if someone doesn't agree with what's being talked about, they'll get cut off, muted. Definitely cut off. Not always muted, but definitely cut off. A lot of these channels don't like that shit. Like, if you speak against their fucking agenda. And that's what I hated about school, too. That's why I get away from a lot of that. I wanted to get away from education and all that bullshit. Because it's their way or no way. There's no open-mindedness. If you don't agree or you see through the bullshit that they're trying to pitch, you know, they're gonna either shun you or fucking they don't want to hear it. But I stay open-minded. I want to hear everyone's angle or viewpoint or perspective, whatever word we want to use. I talk to many people on here that, what's up, Gabriel? I talk to many people on here that don't see eye to eye with the globe and that. That don't even bother me one bit. Like, there's bigger fish to fry. To me, I used to be heavy into the flat earth stuff. And then I started going down what people would call other rabbit holes of technology. You know, I give it to bro. He opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. But then once I started taking notes and it was like I'm going down my own path now. You know, I used to take notes and then I realized, I shit you not, he can't deny it. He got some of his stuff from Manly P. Hall's book, because when I was reading this Manly P. Hall's book, I was like, you motherfucker. And I remember someone brought that up about the book, Secret Teachings for All Ages. And his thing was, oh, books ain't everything, man. He was shunning that book like a motherfucker. Now I know why. You know, I personally think everyone's stuff is built off of somebody else's stuff. That's how you teach each other, or, you know. But this technology stuff is very interesting. And these pieces of dookie right here, I wonder what AppRad means. We're gonna look it up, dude. Dude, man, that was dudical. But yeah, look at that serpent head, man. That's dope. Is that a fucking alien right there inside of what are them things babies use where they sit inside of it, right? And it's a tray that goes around them and they sit inside of it and they can run around. Their feet are on the ground, there's wheels on the thing. That's what it looks like, the aliens in one of those. Oh man. I got it. I knew it. A baby walker. A baby walker. That's what it looks like that alien's in. But look at all this stuff. It almost looks like it was placed there. Bro, you know how heavy that fucking statue would be? And if you'd see the little boat these guys are on, I don't know. I sure as fuck wouldn't want to tell nobody about this stuff. Because the government's gonna step in. Yeah, I know you're saying that, Gabriel, with the flat earth. The eclipses. There's people out there that do models and all this stuff. I know one thing, man. When people find me curvature, let me know. But I think both models have its faulties. And the globe has a lot of theories too. But I've kind of like moved away from a lot of that. Not that I'm not interested. I just am into a lot of architecture and technology right now. Which architecture is technology. That's why it's called architecture. It's a texture that generates an arc. If anyone wants to come up, you could hit the Stankin' Lincoln. Bitty bitty bing bong. What time is it? 12:16 on the dot. I'm in my drop top that I don't have. What the fuck? Here we go. Yo. I was about to say, dude. Shit, if you take the same map that the governments use, whether it's the military, my grandfather was in the Navy. He went to the Philippines, the Koreas. Man, I forgot where else. He said near the Philippines, there's hundreds of islands. I used to joke with my grandpa, be like, "You like them Asian women, huh?" But no, I was like, Gramp, I don't know how the conversation, but I do know my grandfather told me the Earth's flat, and I didn't put two and two together back then. I wasn't even thinking like he was in the Navy. He was on these big warships, busting shots. Man, those big ass guns my grandpa would shoot, and it's like, yo, imagine the damage. I don't even want to imagine, but one of those people be like, "Oh, the Navy's soft." Yeah, they're soft until they're giving you cover fire with them big ass bombs. Oops. Tomb of El illumination. All right, let me pull up this guy's website here. We'll take a look at her. No. Ah, shit. I should have did that. Oh, you fucker. Alright. Pacific. Wait, what's up, A to Z? Pacific Ocean, they call it a large desert island. Forming research it. You won't it. Research it so you believe it. I know it to be a fact. You heard on the Pacific Ocean, there's an island there where giants, they were digging up, I don't know how many, but a lot of giants. Now, the theory is a lot of giants ended up on the West Coast because they were pushed from the east to the west, and I don't know what happened. There's a lot of them out west. We got the blind man, and that would be the one and only Naga. Let me turn this off. What's up, Naga?
Check, mic check. Can you hear me, bro?
Loud and clear.
Alright.
Alright, alien carvings. Let's see.
Restream is kind of cool, bro.
Restream, yeah, it's alright. I haven't paid for it yet, but I'm gonna. I'm just waiting to see if StreamYard takes money from me this month. There's gonna be issues. Because either someone hacked my shit and erased everything, which I'm starting to think I doubt that, or my thing ended. But the weird thing is I didn't get no warning or anything, like no email, nothing. I just woke up and everything was gone, and I was back to looking like I didn't pay for none. They took all my shit, which is fucked up. So I closed my account with them. Fuck that. And I'm gonna come to Restream. You know, it'd be crazy if the owner of StreamYard owns a Restream too. I wouldn't doubt that. But yeah, I'm gonna come to Restream because StreamYard's got one set price, unless I was looking at it wrong. And that one set price is 50 bingos. And to me, in my opinion, they're definitely not worth $50. Now, $20? Alright, but oh shit, man. You gotta see this stuff they're unearthing. Wow. Anyone wants to see, go to, what happened? Naga. They keep giving Naga the Yama. Which one are you at, blind man? You got two. We'll go here first. You there?
Can
Or
you
are
hear me?
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah, I'm in that one.
Go to alien carvings. Man, let me see if I could show people like this. Oops. Let me see. How would I turn this around? There we go. The hell? Look at that, they're finding. That's wild. Alright, if anything more comes up, order forbidden relics here. Oh, see? This is where they sell relics now. This is just like people who make fake pictures and sell real ones, or I don't know. I need to use a good. If they make carvings, you think they could sell it off as it being real. That's what I'm trying to say. It's in Spanish though. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna have to learn Spanish. Scientists analyze mysterious Buga sphere. A Buga sphere? A Buga? Ah, Buga sphere. It looks like a chip. Wait till you see this shit. Naga. I think Naga left again.
No, I'm here.
What's this? They call it a buga in Spanish. That's funny. A booga. A buga? A bugga. What the hell is this? Wrong way. Been getting fucking headaches lately. Yeah, I know. Drink a lot of water. Alien sarcophagus in Tula, Mexico. Now, you know what's wild? They always say alien. Like, does anything exist that's not fucking alien? It makes me want to kick a hole through the wall. Because people rather give credit to some schmalien than their ancestors. Oh man, these pictures are gonna be dope to show. Yes, they are, dude. I'm sending them over. Let's see the chat.
Yeah, what you think about people with Rh negative type blood?
I've thought about that type of stuff. Believe it or not, I don't know what all that's about, but not everyone has the same blood type, and it's huge.
No, but that specific blood type is like, you know, if let's say she's a woman and she get pregnant by, you know, like O type blood, right? And if she don't get shot, you know, if she don't go to the hospital and get shot, the baby gonna die because, you know, her body gonna, you know, think it's a foreign, you know, it's a foreign thing in her body, and her body gonna kill it.
No, hold up. Explain this fully. Like, that's, man, the body is gonna think it's something foreign and kill the baby. We got 5 speeds coming up. That's something I never heard of. And if that's the case, that's terrible, because that little baby, you know, it's not the baby's fault, but explain, Naga, how that works. You there? What's up,
Say that
5
again?
speed?
Oh.
You, Naga, explain how that works, how the body would kill the baby because of her blood type.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I don't get it.
the Rh negative blood type can only have, you know, babies, you know, with the Rh negative blood type, unless they get the shot. Because, like I said, like, you know, because the body, you know, the body will treat, you know, will think it's a foreign thing, you know, it's a foreign entity in the body, like it's a threat to the body, and the body gonna kill it. This is why, you know, a lot of women take the shot, because they are Rh negative. They might not really talk about it like that and tell people that's what it is, but a lot of people is finding out, especially white women, is finding this out.
Huh. Uh-oh. Are they like some sort of mixed with animal DNA, maybe?
I don't know. I don't really, you know, dive deep into it, you know, but it's like that blood type is foreign to here. It don't belong here. It's like they saying it is basically is the bloodline that kind of, they saying it basically derived from the Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki. No, seriously, I don't know. A lot of Anunnaki stuff is coming out now. Like, people are trying to say it predates the Bible, which it probably could. I think the Bible is written from a bunch of, like, Flavius Josephus had a lot to do with writing about Jesus too. When I learned that, because that book is written for King James, the Bible. I think it was made for him to rule the people with. I think the Bible is a bunch of different inserts and texts from a bunch of different books. And when these religions went around conquering land that were forcing people to worship Jesus and all that, cutting their heads off, calling people witches, just because they used the herbs and stuff from the earth, but they stole the people's knowledge too as they were conquering lands. So I think they took stuff from all different types of people and made a book.
Well, I mean, when you're looking at it, you know, in a divisive or competitive, right, in a right, in a competitive uh way, right, perspective, of course it look like that. But if you're looking at it, in a like in a bigger picture, right? Like if you're looking at it like a like a bigger picture, you could see that it's not really taking. It's not the fact that these stories are taken from each other, but it's the fact that these stories are completed. Are completing each other, right? They are not
I mean,
replacing each other. They're completing each other. It's kind of like Jesus said, He didn't come to break the law. He come to complete, to fulfill the law. So each
I think if we cleared out all the hype of the world and all of this stuff, and we just thought for a minute, if we were going to start a family, and this, if we were the ones responsible for this in the beginning, how would we do it? How would we secure that family with that shelter of that abundance and all of those things? How would we accomplish that? Obviously, we would have to, if we were the first ones here, we'd have to work with the family members to make that happen. And that's exactly what's done. There's nothing, it's just like the wheel. The wheel's, it's still the wheel. It's been reinvented many a times, but it's still its original use. So if we now got the family secured, now we create this government and we place family members inside that government to protect these things that we've created in that empire. And as that empire grows, obviously that leadership positions will have to grow. And we've all said that in America anyway, that we're going to do that under good faith to this supreme being. And what's going to bind everybody to that is that signature on that record of your actions with the leadership skills that you possess in leading these people down these roads. And unfortunately for a lot of folks, you've led people to the demise so you can profit from it. You fucked up. But think about it. Is there anything outside of that? What ought be done shall be done. There's nothing new under the sun. So if mommy and daddy creates the empire and the children don't want to listen, what happens?
They catch that ass whooping.
Well, it's bigger.
Yep.
It's
So
bigger
the
than
man
it's bigger
has
than
to
the children. Don't
the
listen.
man has to man the house just as well as the man has to man that military.
Well, it's bigger than the children. Than the children just don't
To
want to
protect
listen.
that house.
The children is being influenced not to listen. It's not the fact that the children is just decided that we're not going to listen. Children are being influenced. Look at society. How society do, right? Like children spending most of
Well,
the
it still
time.
doesn't negate the fact.
Say that
It
again.
still doesn't negate the fact that if we have our whole lives fed our children from profits from a business that brought harm to other living beings, well, I think you ate from the table of blood money. And there wouldn't seem to be any account of any value of that person's accountability to any form of responsibility.
Right. So
They were looking for a handout.
It either is about profit, right? Profits, right? Or it's about the children don't want to listen, because that's two different things, right? There is a
Well, I think the mission,
Two different
I
profits.
think the ultimate mission, though, is to protect those children
right,
with
not to
those
profit,
profits.
from them, right?
Correct. I mean, you know, I don't know about you guys, but every child that I've ever seen come into this world, they didn't come into this world with hate and
No,
disgust and jealousy and envy.
definitely not.
They were those seeds were planted. Those seeds were planted by other men and women.
Indeed.
We've talked about that 5 speed here a lot. That's one of my favorite topics.
Absolutely.
Even when I could remember when I was a child thinking back, all this like the white and black stuff. A lot of my friends were from all over the place. We never once didn't want to chill with each other or play because one was dark and one was light. We never even looked at none of that shit until we got
Hell
into
no.
school, or your parents embed that into you, or but no one's born with racism and hatred and shit.
Well, it is true. As a child, you
No.
are not, responsible for the ways of the world, right? You're not contributing to it. You're just enjoying, right, the benefits of it. So as a child, so it's a privilege to be a child, right? So once you become an adult, right, now there is no privilege. So it's two different things. This is why we say we are the children of God. We don't say that we are God, right? Speaking for me, myself, and I, right? We don't say we are God, but we say we're the children of God.
Well, God is within everyone, or we wouldn't be standing here. Well, let me not say it that way, but
But
for the
people are
most part,
people trying to influence their children to think that they are God or they
people,
can be God.
Well, when I had
you're
my
putting God and the
conversation with
Creator in one package. I have that separate. God, the Creator, no one could be the Creator of all this, the energy. Um, I separate the Creator and God. I don't put them all in one. But go ahead, 5 speed.
when I had
Why
that
not?
conversation with that lady at the
Why not though?
Supreme Court,
If the father
the Supreme
isn't the
Court
Father and
clerk.
the Son is one, right?
Go ahead.
Isn't the Father and the
Hold
Son
on.
is one?
Hold on, Naga. We'll get back to that. I don't. After 5 speed was saying something, then I'll answer your question.
What I was saying is when I had that conversation with that the office of the clerk of the Supreme Court, and I told that lady, because I told her, I said, listen, I understand how things work, and I understand our military here in America. And towards the end of that conversation, when she was getting all nasty, she said, well, you already said you were the highest rank. I said, you got it mixed up, lady. The spirit of the law, the letter of the law must be in harmony with the spirit of the law. So if you're going to try to change that letter of that law and convince me of it, you're sadly mistaken. I spiritually outrank all you fools.
But look though.
So I believe
Right.
this is what's coming. I believe this is what's coming. People have not, all of these people that are in leadership positions or have decent jobs and they bring a paycheck home, if that profit isn't coming from good faith business practices protecting those children's futures in that investment, your ass is grass, motherfucker. Your ass is grass, and the old man is the lawnmower. Sorry,
But
not
look
sorry.
though.
That's just the way I see it. You know what I mean?
But look though. A military in itself is a country.
Well,
This is
not
why
you have to
a military
understand though.
can.
You
This
have
is
to
why military
understand
can. Go ahead.
that military stems from the protection of that father protecting that family. You got to understand where things come from and how they came about, how they were created.
Right. Right.
So if there's a father and there's his son and there's that house, who's protecting the fucking house?
Obviously, we all know.
See what I'm saying?
Obviously, we all
They're
know
all
who's
living,
protecting
they
the
all
house.
say they believe in a higher creation, but they're all living in a different house than that higher creation of what they think and what they believe. And most of them think there's an imaginary fairy guy in the sky, and Jesus is going to come back and save them. I'll share a little story with you. I believe Jesus was showing you the way and the light, and if you'd have followed him, you wouldn't have been in this position you are today, feeding your family with that blood money.
Damn. The
Yeah,
only
where's that
savior
horn
is
coming?
yourself. I don't know, but someone needs to get out of their car and knock on the door.
Yeah. What end was that on?
That
Was
was on
that
my
your
end.
end, Charles? Oh, was
That
it?
was on my end.
No. Well, Naga lives in a city, a big city, so I get it.
Pull up. Do me. You wanna see something, Charles? Pull up that site again, allacronyms.com.
All right, hold on. I gotta switch
And
over. I'm on my phone.
So you think that the whole war is feeding their family on blood money?
No.
well, I'm saying this, my friend. I'm saying if a man is afforded the blessing of being in some form of a leadership role, that should come from good faith services that he is able to provide for his fellow man and his community. Not what he says he can do, what he's already done. So we don't, it's not about, well, I think this is the way. What is the way? We should already know that way.
I mean, you
That
just
book
said it.
tells you
You said
Jesus was the way and the light. But everybody else is trying to figure out another way of what they think because of their beliefs. The service, the value of the service is what should be judged, not the
that's what we're
shape or
talking
the
about.
form.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. That's what the world is, right? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
right.
So if you're eating by those finances that are supposed to be in good faith and your actions are not of good faith, well, you seem to be a liar. You seem to be a deceiver. You see what I'm saying? And when we look at business, most people, when they create a business, when they create that business, when they hire people, what are they actually in fact doing? They're actually teaching them the business. So all of those people that go out and do it again, did they create anything? No, they didn't create anything. It was already created.
On blood money, right?
Well, no, it's stolen from the original creators.
Just like technology. Ow.
So you're saying it's
So if you don't
stolen.
have any good faith services, you can't steal that. That's why everything's running in bad faith today. You can't steal that. That's inside you. That's your intellectual properties.
So there was no blood spill was just stolen.
Let me give you an example, a better example. Maybe it'll be a little clearer. I fed my family by running a flooring business that, I created the business and went out. Obviously, there's businesses already, but my practices and why I was so successful, I treated people just like they were my family. I did the job just like I was doing it for myself or my family, and it never was about the profits. It was about when the job was finished, you were 100% happy, because if you wasn't, you'd tell everybody and their brother. And if you was, you might
Customer
tell one or
service,
two people.
everything.
Exactly. So I had no advertising
Who's
costs.
that? What's up, Charles?
In 2020, they shut me
I
down.
came back. Who's that? Naga up here? Hey, Naga, what's up, man? Who was up here?
5-speed.
Hey, what's up, 5-speed? I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I'm saying, what's up? Hey, Jazz, come on up here. You got some new people in your chat, Charles. Jazz, hit that link. Come up here. Naga, you done changed your name 20 times in a month. You're a blind man now. How you blind, nigga? No, I'm playing.
Jasmine, peace to Jasmine. She said the Elohim. Let me see. The Elohim is the pantheon of gods, kind of like the movie Clash. I don't know why it comes off. This is one thing I don't like about Restream.
So that's another thing.
Hold on. It says, kind of like the movie Clash of the Titans, the Bible is just the story of God or demigod and his creation. We don't know the story of the other gods.
So that's another thing. We've all got our paths, how we've got here, and our interpretation of the things that we've come across. I don't think it's so much as it is the interpretation of it is the acts that you get from how you interpreted something. And I believe it really doesn't matter as long as you have that divine protection of the Creator.
Man, that's a good point, Jasmine. That'll ruffle a lot of feathers. He's all powerful, God and Jesus. Like, I don't know. I know one thing.
Never could do anything.
If I was all powerful, I sure wouldn't let my son go through any of that. First off, a lot of these stories I don't know. When I think about all of this stuff, they always pack this stuff into our heads when we're children to take advantage of a young mind.
It's elementary, my dear Watson. Who was that guy that used to say that all the time?
How do you know that?
What show was that?
How do you know that?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. It's elementary, my dear Watson.
How do y'all know that
elementary,
this is a creation?
Somewhat childish, huh?
How do y'all know this is a creation? Because everybody talk about a creator. Everybody want to deny God. It's so.
How do you know it's not?
Everybody's so quick to say, "Yeah, no, God is this, God is that," but everybody want to agree on a creator. How do
God
y'all
is
know?
the creator.
How do y'all know?
But I separate the names. God is used so loosely, but the source, right? No one would be here without the source. If someone turns that energy off, everything will die. That's the source. That's the Almighty, God, whatever you want to call it, the Creator, the source. There's millions of names. Without
the energy,
we wouldn't be here.
I said that a long time ago. I feel like people talk about God. I feel like there's a delineation between God and the Creator, because I feel like we many creators. But like I said a long time ago, I feel like the Creator, this divine creator of this universe or this reality, this realm, earth, whatever you call this place, that creator don't want to be worshipped. Because like I said, we procreate and have kids. We don't want our creation worshiping us. I don't want my kids worshiping me. They can pay homage and say, hey, I'm gonna honor you, but as far as like worshiping you, getting on my knees and praising you, nah, a creator wouldn't want that, man.
Well, the best.
So hold on. I'm saying,
Well, the best of the Father.
hold on. I'm saying, so whoever created this place don't want to be created, man. I mean, not a creator, don't want to be worshipped. I mean, my bad, bro. You better, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I still don't
No,
know
that's all
about
right.
this place.
I mean, I'm just looking at it
this
from.
place being created. I don't know. Before I could get to the creator, I would have to have some, solid, proof, perspective, that this is a creation, that we live in a creation. That's it, man.
And doesn't the best of the Father
Let me ask
live
you a
through
question.
the Son?
Let me ask you a question, Naga. You say that you're skeptical that this is a creation. Who created trees? Who created the sun, the moon, you, the water, all this stuff? Who created this stuff?
That's what I'm saying.
Just
I
like
don't. I
don't
don't
I'm
think
saying you
these
create.
things are
No, hold on. I'm
creations, though.
saying don't you hold on, bro. I'm saying don't you create shit? So if you say, hey man, I created a business, I created this, I created that,
No,
you're
I
gonna think, okay,
build
I
shit. I'm
created
a
that.
builder. I'm a builder. I'm a master builder. I don't create shit. I build shit.
Are you a mason?
Well, I'm my mama's
You're
son.
a master builder, right? You're a mason, right?
Well, I'm my
22
mama's
in
son.
astrology.
Well,
I'm
I'm my
What's your
mama's
50?
son. Where
What's
I'm
your fifth
from,
degree mason?
it's more there.
What's your fifth degree mason? At a local line?
Man, I'm my mama's son. I'm the firstborn. The firstborn. I'm the firstborn.
What have you? Okay, what
He
have you
said
built?
master builder.
Have you built any architecture? Have you built any monolithic structures? What you built?
I've built a lot of shit, many things in my life.
Yeah, I
Even
was
You a
just
people,
about to
mason.
say
even
that.
even people, even
That's that
people
mason. That's that mason.
character.
That's that
I'm
low
I've
gonna
level
go
built.
out
mason
and
talk.
come back in. I'm
I
lagging.
even built my own channel, right? My own YouTube channel.
That's that low
Right?
level mason talk. That's that motherfucking roaster crucian low level mason shit you saying right now.
And call it
Did,
whatever you wanna
did
call
you
it,
get your
bro.
match yet? They give you your
Call it.
little match
The fuck is a match?
That nigga a mason.
when you become 33 degrees. They give you a match.
What you mean when you become, nigga? I'm my mama's son, nigga. I was the firstborn. I'm the firstborn. What are you talking about when I become, nigga? When I become what? What is you talking about?
Man, you talking about you a master builder, nigga. You a
Nagas,
mason, nigga.
you asked a question and I'm trying to answer it, and then he'd be like, Naga. Anyway, it don't matter because I'm not no mason.
No, bro. The question you're asking about don't have nothing to me being my mother's son. It has something to do with some secret society called the Masonic Lodge or the Masonic Order or whatever. That's what it has something to do, man. And these people haven't built nothing. I have never seen these people on the street building nothing. I have never seen these people actually build. These people just be in the lodge,
Oh, they be
wearing suits and
building.
shit. I'm not
They be
saying
Didn't those
building
I'm
masons
prisons
not
to
saying
just
they
put us
don't.
in.
misuse the
I'm
charisma?
I'm not saying they don't. I just say I don't be seeing them doing it. I don't see these people when I do deliveries all the time. The people I see building their houses is the Mexicans, right? And they don't say that they're Masons. They don't say that they go to lodges. They barely speak English.
I just want to say something real quick. It's way off topic, but it blew my mind. And I was looking at this woman who got 25 years in Dubai for she had some cocaine and she went to Dubai and I guess she had it on her or whatever. I don't know. But she got 25 years in prison over there for 50 grams of cocaine. They smoked her boots. But then I looked into this prison and they're showing pictures of it. This is in Dubai now. They showed a picture of the inmates, and 80% of them are black people in Dubai. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know there was so-called black people in Dubai. I thought it was all, But anyway, my point is, why is there prisons always filled with so-called black people, mostly?
Free labor.
Anyway,
because prison is the only place that allow people to have slaves. Prison is the only place that's legal that you can legally be a slave. Is in prison.
5 Speed. My bad, he fell off. You're right, Naga. And like 5 Speed said, free labor. Because I was slaved in prison too myself for 75 cents a day. And then when I got sentenced, they give you $1.75 a day. But yeah. And you know what else? When you come home from prison, when you do your taxes, they ask you, and they give you a fat check if you're in prison. All them days you were in there, you get taxes back for it. I never knew that until.
But yeah, how y'all gonna prove that this shit was created, that the trees was created by somebody, that the water was created by something or some type of,
I don't
you
think
know?
any of
How
this was
can we?
created by one. I think there's creators. When it takes a man and woman to create a being,
What would
it
all right?
takes.
What would the creator use? The creator that created the trees. What would that creator use to create the trees?
I don't know, but we can splice all sorts of shit and make new trees, like by splicing and cutting seeds, however they do it. You can make a tree from scratch.
That's grafting.
Yeah,
Splicing is
there you
grafting.
go.
But if we're
I
gonna
don't know
talk
how this
about
place got here.
somebody,
I'm not going to sit here and make shit up.
I'm saying
I don't know how
I
this
can
place
speculate.
got here, and I've never
Right.
seen no
And
God in the sky.
right. I agree with that, Charles. I can speculate and say, hey man, what if the earth created itself? What if it wasn't no divine source created? What if the shit just created itself? What if the creation just created its goddamn stuff? I don't, because
I got a
I don't
hard
know how I
time
got here.
believing that too.
all
I
right.
don't know
I've never
how I
seen
got here, bro.
anything just
Other
create
than the
itself.
earth, or the mystery God, what is something else that created itself that we know of that created itself?
I don't know, man. I don't know how I got here, bro. So I'm just saying, whatever put this place here, don't want to be worshipped. Don't want to be praised. You ain't got.
Yeah, even Jesus said that.
You can suck an invisible,
Even Jesus said it.
dick. You ain't got to go pay tithes. You ain't got to do none of the above.
Jesus
Come
said,
down here,
"Don't worship
do what you do,
me."
and be mini creators, because we micro creators.
Yeah, God is within everyone, man. The energy, the source. It's the only temple this energy dwells in, or God, or whatever you want to call it. That voice in your head. That's your higher self, as they call it. That always warns you and looks out for you. It's like a beacon. It's connected to something. You could curse somebody out in your head and just look at them, and they don't know what the fuck. You know, that's wild. Now, what would be more wild is if, considering you could hear a voice in your head, that means that sound is giving off waves. I wonder if there's ways they could pick up your thoughts, because it is a sound, no? I think they
I think
could.
if you think there is some type of force that's bigger than you and you are connected to that force, and you know that you wanna be worshipped, therefore them of that force wanna be worshipped. You'd probably just wanna be the only one worship and don't wanna give no praise to that force that you think that's bigger than you. Because everybody at the end of the day wanna
You
be
fear
praised
God?
for what they do. I don't care who you are. Whatever
You're a
you
God
do, you
fearer?
wanna be praised for that. Period.
Damn, 5 Speed, come back up. I think 5 Speed got either had to go or he just said fuck it. He was out. I don't want to say he was getting frustrated. He kept trying to say something, but anyway. Thanks for coming through 5-Speed, wherever you are in the universe. And are you a God-fearer, Naga?
Or what?
Do you fear God?
Nah, why would I fear God?
Oh, man, I found somebody that answers that question just like me. People ask me, you a God-fearer, Chuck? No. What? Why? Why fear God?
Yeah,
I
I don't
know
want nobody to be
consequences.
scared. I don't want nobody to be fear, to be scared of me. I don't want to bring no fear, when I come around people. So I know damn well God don't want to do the same thing. You don't want me to be
But
scared.
religion, God
You don't
does,
want me to have
you
no
know.
fear.
These made up, I don't know, man. These religions are terrible. The way they're presented, in my opinion. It's
Religion was
all on the
created to keep you.
presentation.
Religion was created to keep you to put you to sleep, to keep you blind. So if you're still
What
stuck in religion, you're still blind, right? You
what
still sleep.
was that Cinderella to sleep when she was asleep, right? That was Cinderella. Damn, cinder block, Rella. Cinderella, she was asleep in like a cinder block. Fear yourself if you don't know your capabilities. Oh. Yeah, I always say I'm my own worst enemy, always. The only one that could fuck shit up for you is you. You know, I used to get in these debates with this woman I was with. She was Christian, and she would always thank Jesus for everything. And she was, I was in the same situation. This is why she got a job, and she kept saying, "Thank you, Jesus, man. I needed this job." And I would tell her, "You went, put the application in. You kept being persistent, calling them. This is back when you could call a job and talk to the manager. Unlike today, good luck on that. A job, they'll be like, we'll call you." And everything's computer. But yeah, back then, and
I mean,
I
Jesus is the
told her,
truth.
you put all the work in, so
Jesus
why
is
don't
the
you thank
truth.
yourself? I used to tell her, why don't you thank yourself and appreciate the work you put in? People,
But Jesus is the truth, though. Why did she want to
huh?
speak the
Man,
truth?
look at all these goddamn windows, bro. I got to do this whole strip here, and then I did the other side over there, man.
Let me see.
I just did these right here.
Those
Well, I'm
are
about to do this, and I got this whole other side over here. I'm busy as shit doing this shit, bro. He said, "What you say?
True
Jesus is the
Zone
truth."
Chocolate. No, I
Yeah,
was
Jesus
saying
is the truth.
this woman I would date back in the days, she would praise Jesus for everything, including getting a
Yeah,
job. But I used to try to tell her, you put all the work in, you were persistent, you would call them. But people won't thank themselves. They're
bro. I said,
thanking
I said
outside
that, bro.
entities.
I, I just said the same thing a few weeks. I've been saying that for the longest too, bro. Because there's one lady
I
back
think
in the day, she helped me out, right? And I seen her not too long ago, right? And I was telling, I said, yeah, I bought a house. I said, I'm doing better in my life. She said, ain't God good? I thought I got kind of mad. I'm like, man, what you mean is God? Ain't I good? Why you gonna give him praise? Don't you see me standing here? I just told you, I just conveyed to you. I put the work in. God didn't come out the sky and watch no window to buy no house. I did that. So I
you see
feel what you're
what I'm
saying,
talking
bro.
about. You see how you wanna get praised for what you do. That's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody wanna be praised. Why wouldn't your creator or your God wanna be praised? Why
Nah,
wouldn't it?
bro.
But
I'm saying like, I'm gonna put you like this, bro. I'm saying
Be
if
thankful,
a creator
appreciative,
created this
not
place,
praise.
not praise. I'm saying like, listen, I'm gonna show you something. Look at this. Like I said, we got kids. I got a boy. I got a girl. I don't want my kids praying to me on their hands and knees, begging me for anything. You're gonna say, "Hey man, get up off your hands and knees. You ain't gotta do all that." So I feel like a creator, whatever created this place, doesn't want to be worshipped or praised because that motherfucker probably done went on and created a whole different other places, man. So
Look,
I'm gonna
at
put
the
that.
end of the
I'm gonna
day,
put that.
bro,
No, hold on,
most people,
one more thing. That creator put that spark inside of us to create shit down here. So whatever the creator is on a monolithic level, on a macro level, gave to us on a micro level. So hey, y'all gonna be many creators, but y'all don't have to worship me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Y'all can go down there and create whatever y'all want to create. I'm gonna give y'all free will. You can do what you want to do. Do you? But go ahead, my bro.
look,
Go ahead, my bad.
at the end of the day, Jesus is the truth. Most people know they're not being truthful to themselves. They know they can't think themselves. They know they can't give themselves credit for that because they didn't even know how it happened. They know that they didn't work hard for that. They know that they just woke up. Somebody just made it happen for them. So they know they gotta thank God. Cause they're not being truthful. They're not being truthful to them, true to themselves. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They know it's God doing it. Because Jesus is the truth. God is the truth. What you mean? Once you know the truth will set you free.
God is your truth. What's up, 5 Speed?
Well, hopefully I'm not lagging, but looks like I might be.
No, you're all right.
Let me ask you a question, Agla.
Oh, good.
If you created a business right now, right, and you had a plethora of employees working for you, let's just say 50 employees, would you want all 50 employees worshiping you and praying to you every damn day? You're gonna tell them, hey man, y'all get up off your hands and knees. You ain't gotta pray to me for no check. You just go in there, mop the floor, and I got you. Would you want them to pray to you and worship you?
First of all, if I build me a business, I don't want my employees to worship me because they deserve what the check because they're working for it. I'm not just giving them a check. They're working for it. But
No, I'm saying
like if but
I
for
don't
the
think you catch
people,
what I don't
but
think you catch what I'm saying.
hold on, let me answer it. Let me finish answer the question. Then my bad. I got But for the people around me, right? Like my children, the people that I'm taking care that don't have to do nothing, right? And I'm just taking care of them and I'm just giving them, yeah, you gotta praise me. Let me know how thank me for what I'm doing. Let me know, like how you thankful, how you grateful for what I'm doing for you. Can y'all hear me? Oh,
That's
I
a
don't know why.
road to dictatorship.
I mean, I don't know, bro. People get what they want to call it, but at the end of the day, truth is truth, man. Once you know the truth will set you free. If you know you didn't deserve, you didn't work hard, you didn't work and with your sweat and tears to do something, and some way somehow it get done. You gotta thank God for it being done. You can't thank yourself because you didn't do it. You don't even deserve it, and that's why most people is miserable. You have something and you're not grateful, and you lose it.
What about the one, whatever that was, that gave you that breath of life and said to, hey, represent me in a compassionate and caring way, and you're all good.
Who's that?
I'm just asking. I mean, it
I
sounded
mean,
like
that's why I'm asking
you
you
are
who's that.
looking for some
I'm
kind of
telling you.
praise or something.
No, I'm not asking for no praise or nothing. I don't know what
Well, you
I
said
don't know
you would
how
want
you
your
get
kids
that.
to praise because of what you've afforded to them, but if I'm not mistaken, they probably helped you get there.
Help me get where?
Wherever that success level would be.
All right, I don't know. You confused.
I am. All right.
Yeah, you confused. The one that's giving is not looking. It's the one that's receiving. It's the one that's asking that's looking. The one that's giving is just sitting there. The blind man is just sitting under the tree. They call him the beggar, right? But he's the one that's giving.
Why is he the beggar? Because he's sitting under a tree relaxing.
They called him that, but he's the one that's give. He's the
Do you
giver.
all do you if they
So he's
jumped
not
off of
looking.
a
He's blind.
bridge, would you?
He's blind. He can't see what y'all doing. Whatever y'all do. He's just giving y'all.
Who's you all?
What?
Who's you all?
Everybody that come to the blind man. Everybody that's looking for the blind man, because the blind man is not looking. He can't see. He's just sitting under the tree.
All right. I had to use the bathroom.
Well, the blind man don't need eyes to see, nor does he need ears to hear.
True.
The blind man can always see, but people that's why I said in my rhyme, people walk around blind even though their eyes are open. Yeah, they could see, but they're blind to what they see. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't wait to drop this verse, man. That's why I hope Sir Drop put his verse down today. But I want to make this track sound really good. And my message is going to be I'm trying to get the message across correctly. That's why it's taking me longer. But there's a lot to be said. Yep. I think we need to vote for a better president. That's what I think. We need to vote for another pre-planned puppet.
In some sense of the measure, business is considered a doctrine or a teaching, wouldn't it be? Now, if that business was teaching good faith practices, and there'd be a whole lot more honor and integrity in the house. Just saying.
Hey, A2Z in the chat said that Jesus is a Jew. So when you say Jesus is the truth, you saying that the Jews are the truth? No, that's not what I'm saying. Jesus is a Jew. Is saying Jesus is the truth.
Jesus is Zeus. Jesus.
Jesus is a Jew. Is basically saying Jesus is the truth. So the people that call themselves know that they know that they are the liars. They know that they are the synagogue of Satan.
Just use.
Fuck them.
Just use.
That duality. It's they want to split everyone's mind. I heard that's what they do in these cults when you're a child, and like it don't matter what cult you're in. Catholic, Christian, Satanism, Buddhism, here in America, Christian is just as evil, depending who's running the cult. They're just as evil as any other religion. They do evil shit, man, with children and on and on. And one child, well, he's a man now, but was explaining when he was a child in the Satan cult that they would break these children and it'd do something to split their brain. It would split their mind. They put so much fear into them. He said, I forgot how he explained it, but it's I think all religions are terrible in my eyes.
Yeah, because religion was created to put you to sleep.
Uh-oh.
A split is a sleep, or a sleep is a split. When you go to sleep, you go into a split reality. This is not a split reality.
Well,
but you're living here like it's a dream because you're living the American dream. So you're living life like it's a dream, and then you say life is nothing but a dream. So that's a split duality.
row your boat.
Gently down the stream.
It makes me think when I hear that song again. What they're saying in it, life ain't nothing but a dream. That's very interesting.
Well, they
Yeah,
stole
because most
they
people
stole
live in
all of our dreams.
because most people don't
They've had
dream. They just
control of the
live.
children's minds from start for a very long time.
First, they gotta make you stop believing in your own dream so they can sell you a dream, right?
That's crazy, right? That is true, though.
So you just living your life like it's a dream.
They got you to not even believe in yourself no more.
Yeah, there's certain individuals around the world that have not let them steal that dream. So,
Sure.
and I think those are the most powerful ones that will probably be seen at the end of all of this at some point.
Man,
The
I
lame one.
have been looking for warriors, and it seems a lot of warriors that are either dead in jail or have their flames been doused, where they don't have no sort of, I don't even know what to call it.
Fear has no residency here.
I'd rather die fighting than live on my knees with these fuckers. And
Sun Tzu said, though, to defeat one's opponent without lifting a finger,
you gotta
that's
know your
supreme
enemy.
excellence. There's been enough hate and destruction. You know what I mean?
That's my last resort.
The better we communicate, right? The better we communicate and construct our words in a way that is more compassion and caring, we'll get rid of all those bombs that are being dropped in this so-called war zone of all this worrying.
The blind man said that it's hard to find a warrior in time of peace. This is in Origin chapter 2 verse 11. So when we see each other, we act like everything is cool, right? We say, man, hey, peace, man, peace, brother, peace, king, peace, God, right? Peace be unto you, my brother, right? So we pretend like everything is
I
great.
believe Thomas Jefferson to be a Manning.
I don't know if you can hear you, Naga. Well, go ahead.
What happened?
What were you saying? I was waiting for you to finish it.
No, I'm basically done. You know, I'm done. And that's basically what I was saying. You know, so we greet each other. We say peace, you know, unto each other. We say, you know, salute, you know, peace. So we pretend like everything is cool, everything is good. So it's hard to find a warrior, right? It's hard to find people warriors for anything.
In the 90s, I mentioned that a lot, but in the 90s, they didn't. In my opinion, I think that's why they pulled, 9/11. And then when I look at 9/11 in the United States, most of the Muslims in the United States in the 90s were what? Most of the gods and earths were what? Because they were going after Muslims, the 5%ers. Look at Wu-Tang Clan. They were indicted by the feds shortly after that. And most of Wu was 5% nation. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but
Origin 5 verse 17, right? the day of blind man sees is the day that he throw away the very own stick that was that was helping him his whole life.
All right, I'm trying to send these pictures to show. There's too many. I think I'm gonna end it here.
So people are not being grateful. This is what I was talking about, man. People are not being grateful. People are throwing away the very things that got them where they at.
It is
That's
false
the parents,
emotions
though, man. The parents.
appearing real.
The parents. A lot of these children are spoiled. A lot of parents, their excuse is, "Well, I don't want my child to grow up like I had to." A lot of these children don't get ass whoopings, man. And I don't mean beat your child to a pulp. I mean a nice spanking, right? Don't hurt a child. Puts them in their place. Because when my mom would spank my ass to oblivion, I would surely think about fucking up again. I'd be like, nah, it's not worth that ass whooping. I'm good, and go the other way. So
that's one thing about me. When I was doing my dirt, when I was a kid, when I was little, I was never thinking about the ass whooping. I was thinking about the ass whooping after I did what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You get that ass whooping at one time, and when I go to do something, I would think to myself, man, if I do this and get in trouble, I'm gonna get the biggest ass whooping. And I'd be like, nah, it ain't worth it, and I'll go the other way.
Not me. I was saying that, man, I need to find a way to get it done without getting caught. That's me. Every time I get caught a certain way, I was like, damn, I can't even use this trick no more.
There's that masonry
I
shit.
gotta put out another trick out of my sleeve. That's me. That wasn't gonna stop me. I'm gonna find another way.
A lot of Mason teachings, I learned all this stuff on my own, like each degree, the rituals they do.
Yeah.
I found all that out with my own knowledge of self, looking through the internet. I used to be the type to blame all the Masons, but then I had an epiphany one day. I said, because there's a lot of good electricians and carpenters and steel workers and just all sorts of city jobs that are in a lodge, all the way down to garbage men that are in these lodges that pay dues. So I can't blame them, but
yeah, but the knowledge is really nothing. It's like going to church. When you go to church, you could be a member of the church, right? That don't mean that you know what's going on in the church. Like you could know all about the Bible, what they're talking about the Bible, but when it comes to behind closed door to how much money they got in the bank, like who's really organized whenever they have an event, like who they got, whoever, where's the fund coming from when they're gonna go overseas, who's paying this bill, who's paying that. It's a whole system behind just the information. And it's the same thing with like every so-called secret society. Yeah, the knowledge, the books is there, but they have a whole nother system how they operate behind that.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on with because it's corrupt on the inside of that organization. But the only thing I know is
that's what I was going
I
to get
seem
to.
to have been able to pull the rug out from underneath all of them. And to get into that organization, to be able to even play in that playground, you was corrupt or you'd have never been there. Because I believe that was the playground that got corrupted.
But my intentions of going was, I don't want to say, it wasn't to be down and cool with them. I had other, more or less to infiltrate the knowledge. But then I realized I don't need to go there to get their knowledge. But I had an email asking me to go. I think it was every other Tuesday they have a thing. But you can't just show up. You got to get an email or they ain't going to let you in. You can't just pop up and be like, hey, Johnny, I want to join.
I ain't never been to one of these lodges. They send me a lot of invitation through Instagram. I don't know if there was fraud or whatever they are, but I never answered none of these fucking DMs. and I never been to a lodge. I've seen many lodges before, but I never stepped my foot in since I went up.
Knowledge yourself.
Uncle, my uncle is a Mason. I never had a conversation about Mason with this nigga, cause I grew up knowing that these people Mason. I mean, the Masons that I know compared to the Mason that I know here in the city is different from the Masons that I know in Haiti. The Masons that I know in Haiti, like they really they really mix that shit with some voodoo, with some sorcery. Like these people are really like, man, it's some other level type of shit. So I'm already hearing about all this shit like even me since I was young. So I already know these people. They be on some crazy shit. So I never growing up, like when I coming into the knowledge of self, I never really cared to know anything about these people, to trying to join them or anything. In fact, nigga, when I was coming to knowledge of self, I used to have beef with a lot of them. I used to try to call them sell out and all that. Then you feel me? Like finally, I'm like, man, fuck it, man. You feel me? It is what it is. You feel me? People gonna be people. They gonna do what they do. It don't got nothing to do with me.
I hear you say you were about to jump off, Charles.
But yeah, but Chooser needs a Mason.
Oh man, my fault. I'm trying to download pictures of these artifacts that were found in Mexico. What time is it? I'm probably gonna jump off around 2:00. I still got some time.
Chooser needs a Mason. You could do a whole show on that and give y'all niggas some insight. Who else is a Mason? I think Knowledge Uprising is a Mason. I'm not 100% sure. Who else?
I never did like labels. That's the secret recipe.
Everybody is under a label, man. You can't operate in the system without a label. It's just not possible.
Authenticity.
It's just that some people is ashamed of their label, and they're not carrying it, like a badge of honor. And some people are. Everybody is under some type of label.
Yeah, but most of the labels are given by somebody else other than your own self.
That's a fact. I mean, if you ain't gonna label yourself, somebody's gonna label you. Chosen is getting crazy with them windows. What we're born free to be taxed to death. We were born free to be taxed to death, and even when we die, we have death taxes. But you claim to be free and have freedom. Crazy, huh?
It is, man. And I'm one that thinks that most people are good people. I think the barriers that's been put into people's life journeys to distract that and to destroy that, they've had to do some things that they probably normally, wouldn't have done. And, after many of those things, never seeming to be able to get ahead, and then they just come to the point, well, everybody else is doing it. You can't beat them. Might as well join them. The struggle will be a little bit easier for me. The world is that way. But I believe there is a new day coming very shortly. And those days will be over.
The truth
It
is, man,
sucks.
ain't nobody really stopping you or really doing anything. There is no day, man. You know, the day is you, yourself, is me, myself, and I, right?
I was just
So
painting a picture, if you will.
I think most people is not ready. That's what the thing is. Most people is not ready to receive the information to free themselves,
Well,
right?
then why is your
So,
voice deemed valuable in the directions forward?
meaning,
There's no value behind their voices.
no, I'm not looking for the value behind their voices. I'm just pointing out the reason why they're not receiving the information they're receiving. But at the end of the day, my message is not for the many, it's for the few. I already know most people is not gonna be receptible to
But
the
isn't
message.
the fuse mission to spread the message?
Is it what?
Isn't the few that you're talking about, isn't their mission what they are supposed to be responsible and accountable for? Isn't it to spread that message?
I don't know what the message, what the few supposed to do. It's not my, my say so and what they're supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And not to say you're not correct in what you think they're
Well,
supposed to
those
be correct. I
the
just
teachings, I believe those teachings is just in fact that it's the foundation, and it's what you build on top of that foundation of those teachings, adding to that as you build that empire. Now, you can look at an empire in a negative way, or you can look at it in a positive way. I don't give a damn which way you look at it, as long as it's not leaving one living soul behind. You can look at it however you want to look at it.
The empire meaning family, right? When you start building your family,
Exactly.
your
The
wife, your
family
children.
tradition. That's the empire.
the truth is everybody can't come. Only one person can fit through the door at a time. Right? Everybody can't
Straight
get
as the
through the door.
gate and narrow is the way.
Right? So that's the thing. I ain't looking at everybody. I'm looking at the one that's willing to walk through the door.
I
And
hear
then
you.
when they're inside of their house, it's up to them. It's many mentioned inside of their house, right?
Right. See, I try to learn something new every day, so I'm thankful for good, respectful, compassionate, and caring. Something positive that the message that we're leaving behind here on these platforms. So I appreciate all of it.
Likewise. This is you. This is the thinking. This is the praise that you deserve for yourself. Right? This is where you say, yeah, I did that. Five Fingers did that. Right? Ain't nobody did that for you. The blind man didn't do it. Naga didn't do none of that. What you just said, you just realized for yourself just now. That was all you. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just see things from a different level. I see things from that family, and then everything out from that family in that tree. And that part of that family tree is also that government within that family tree. We've actually been sold out by our own people. Now, whether that was done through
That's
psychological
how it always works,
manipulations or
That's how it
whatever the
always
case
works.
may be, I believe we're going to find that out.
It wasn't
Every
set up by
race in the U.S. sold their own people. That's how it always works. There's always. That's how we were all sold out.
Right.
And we
You
could
know,
take it back. It's simple, but people just can't see past certain points. They look at going taking a few steps back to, reroute, rethink things. But people just, I don't know, they're just going the way
look, bro, we wasn't
fucking
so
government tells them to do everything. A lot of people want to live like that.
we wasn't so by our own people. We are sailing, through our own pupil, right? We are sailing through this reality, right? We are sailing this reality through our own pupils, right? They don't have nothing, to selling out, like slavery, like people think, right? Like, or like your perception or your understanding.
This is by choice. I know that. And it's wild to me that we choose to live like this. Blows my
No, no,
fucking
no.
mind.
Right. I mean, exactly. Which is the choice that you make, right? With what you think that you see and what you think that you hear, right? And what you think that or believe to be true. This is all you're doing. This is all our own doing. This is why we say our own people, but it's really your own people. You have to realize it's common sense, right?
Look at this cup. These people had cups, glasses. Look at that. And is that copper at the bottom or gold? Look at that masterpiece. That could be a candle holder, a glass, a cup. I think it's a cup.
We need to have a different perspective, a different outlook when it comes to life, when it comes to reality, because life is synonymous to light, right? When we talk about life, we gotta know we're talking about light, right?
Light?
Right, which is the day, that's dealing with the sun. And when we're talking about the darkness, we have to understand we're talking about the night that's dealing with the moon.
Female. The female is the serpent
We
in that
gotta stop.
story.
We gotta stop choosing one over the other. We have to understand the operational system that exists between these two. Most people think that a lot of people, think that they need to uh detach, they need to separate from their ego in order to be spiritual, in order to be great, right? But really, you don't need to be detached from your ego, right? You need to be able to see how your ego is operating your body when you're not present,
You
right?
need to balance it.
Right, you need to observe, learn from your ego how your ego operate the body, command the body when you're not present. Then you can learn how to command the body to into the body, because the ego can do the body, can make the body do some supernatural things. And when you come to your senses, you're like, God damn, I ain't even mean to do that. I ain't even know like how the fuck I did that. So
The
you can learn from
ego,
your
I
ego.
see the ego as the energy. That's the thing that gets shit done. Just whether it's good shit or not is
Or
the
bad shit.
question.
Yeah. It's basically things that need to be done because the ego gonna protect the body at all time. We all gonna always do what's right for the body at all time because the ego is in the present. It's not looking at the future and the past. The ego is looking at the present moment right now. And that's why I say you have to you gotta be able to see how the ego operate, right, with the body when you're not present, when you go to sleep, but they take that away from you. You don't know how to observe, your sleep no more. Right? Most people don't even dream, or if they have a dream, they don't even remember it. If they do, they don't take it serious. They just sweep it under the rug. Y'all got it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Was that
Something like that.
Gabriel? I agree. I remember the DA in Carrollton, Kentucky. By the time the look in their eyes, by the time I left there was priceless. And as soon as I left there, they put a Ring doorbell on the door. You now had to be buzzed in to the DA's office.
See, with FTW stage, you see, that's the thing. A lot of people, only think about, the high and the low. They don't see nothing in between. But that's the sweet spot, right? And that's why most people, that's appear to be against you, don't want you to be in that spot, because they know that's the sweet spot, right? They want to deceive you, right? And thinking they're not in that spot, right? But it's because they don't want you to be in that spot. So when we're talking about, you being
They don't want you to man the house.
yeah. So when we're talking about you being the captain of your own ship, it is true. But it's not about, getting to the top of the mountain or worrying about not sinking to the bottom, Is about, navigating, knowing how to navigate the ocean.
The
Right?
children, the child advocate at that DA's office was married to the assistant chief of police. And I asked her, I said, go ahead, because I was filming them. I said, go ahead and tell the people. Go ahead and tell the people what experience you have to advocate for children. Dude, you would have thought she saw a ghost or something. Didn't have any children. What have you done? And then I go on to say, well, what have you done good to advocate for children? Go ahead, tell the people.
So is energy in the ocean, right? Slow motion is real motion. Is energy in the ocean. This is facts. This is why these people, right, have all different type of experiment going on in the ocean, but they have you think that they go into different planet because it's mystery in the ocean, right? So energy, right, the center of energy lies in the ocean, right? So you have to your body, right, which is your ship. You have to understand how to navigate the ocean, right, with your ship, right? People tell you that, oh, you can't have emotion. What? You can't have emotion, nigga? You have motion. You have motion, nigga. You're going through motion,
Emotion is
which is energy
etheric
and motion,
motion.
which is energy and motion.
That's where that ego jumps up and takes over.
And most people, and they don't want you to be in that spot because they know that, all right, once you're in that spot, nigga, at this point, like, what you some type of superpower, super soldier, supernatural, like you can do things that, beyond the physical. You can bend reality.
Airbender. Waterbender.
I think these Mayans were definitely on a lot of psychedelics.
Cool shit, though.
Look at this thing. It looks like a chip.
First thing I get's a guitar pick, but
that's an advanced guitar pick.
Yeah.
They were rocking out, man, with that. It looks like it could harness energy. Now,
but why
I have a
nobody
problem
talking
with a lot
about
of this stuff.
Why nobody talking about like it looked like a chip?
That's what I said.
Yeah, it looked like a old computer chip.
That might be one of them picks you grab a hold of and you start ripping on it like Santana or some bullshit like that.
You could play just like the greats. You could program it in the chip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to their website and I might have overlooked it. but I think they sell stuff. I'm gonna go look at the product they're selling, because if they're carving out or making things, I'm gonna start to question, did they make these and bury them? Because I've seen videos on YouTube where people allegedly go hunting, and you could tell they put in this stuff there, but I don't know. This stuff looks legit. And you know what's odd? They're carrying something, right? You see it? That's the same thing that is carried in man, those are the people with the wings, or not the people. Well, yeah, they probably got a mask on, but
Those are the Anunnakis.
yeah. And they're also called the starts with an M, Mesopotamian, I think. Yeah. But they got that thing in the hand, and what do you know? They find this. Now, was this purposely found or put there? I don't know. I've heard people have said that this thing that he's carrying is like a battery or something for technology, like a battery maybe. But whatever it's holding, they found it, I guess, which to me is very odd. What is that? A cement purse? I don't know.
Is it a big old chunk of gold?
I don't know. Well, from what I'm looking at, it looked like a rite of passage. It looked like some type of spiritual things that once you come to a certain entity, right, and you're able to give them the rite of passage with that thing. Because I'm looking at in the middle, most of the when you go to the
Yeah,
indigenous
that's a fucking great idea, Naga.
Yeah.
Naga's mind is on a whole other level looking at that picture. Yeah.
I mean, cause you already know, bro. I'm dealing with the pyramid, bro. So I think in the begging end, right, not the beginning, but the begging end, right, because it was farming, so that shit had to end, right. So in the begging end, I think that the builders built pyramid. It wasn't about God, none of that. It was builders that built pyramids, because through these pyramids, right, you had these water beings, right? Because you have to understand, the pyramids is as above, so below. That's how the pyramids built. So you have a whole inner chambers of the pyramids underground. So you have water beings that was able to travel to these tunnels, right, from the pyramid, and they will come swim up, they will come up, and they will come in contact with these priests that will give them the rite of passage, and they will be living just like us. I mean, y'all see a lot of movies. They show you how people just come out the water, and they had some way somehow they got legs, right? And then when the sun go down, like they gotta go back in the water. Like they tell you, y'all see these movies about mermaids and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason why they call us slave too, because slave has something to do with the people above the sea. So that's what the pyramid was. The pyramid was connected the underwater with the sky, basically the underwater with the sky, because we're like sky people, right? That's why that's my thing. That's why I'm looking at the tool, the thing. I'm looking at it like it look like something the priest could have that would give this type of being the rite of passage.
Four elements, bro. The four peoples. You got the water people, the air people, the tree and the earth people, or underground,
And air and waters.
and the fire people.
You know, it's interesting. I was seeing a thing about a motor coach and those hookups. They call those hookups at them parks shore power. Because when I guess to what the blind man was saying, it sparked something. It's as if you don't know the knowledge, it's almost as if it seems that you're leaving your vessel and going ashore and being charged.
I think
Seems like they stole the bag, they took the money and run and left behind the responsibility, which is the trail that will track them down.
Yeah, it's always a trail. You can, if you call it a trail, you know,
look
you
at
get to the source.
look at their domes. Some of them, not the guy in the beak, but them other beings that are there. Those could be water people, or what's that thing in the center? It could be a DNA strands, right? Or the vortex
Jacob's
at the
ladder.
North Pole.
Yeah, bro, that's what it's showing you, bro. It's showing you the
genetics.
Well, it's basically showing you the what's basically the Horus online, right? The Horus online. That's what
The
it's showing you. The
Horus.
Horus. Yeah, the Horus line, right? Which is the split that we was talking about earlier.
Damn, there's a lot of those beings there. One of them's on the ground. They're all curled up. Like, where is he? Right there. Right on the side of him. He's all kneeled down. But
that's what the Bible say that, you know, turn into Jacob's ladder, right? In the movie Matrix, that's the pods where all the souls was at, where Neo woke up that, right?
Dude, what?
Remember that when Neo take the pills, and when he woke up in them little in them shit, and when he was looking at all them other souls that was sleeping in them little pods.
All right, man. I think I'm gonna jump out of here. It was nice chopping it up with you, blind man, and I believe the other gentleman's name was Truso. But it's always a pleasure, Charles. And I'll end the way I always do, generally. Populate to the people that will view this later. Remember, popularity without a positive purpose holds no value to life's future. Be the change you wish to see. Peace.
Peace. Peace, 5-Speed. Appreciate you coming up.
So up, man. Peace.
I was staring at this picture, and it almost looks like the beak guy behind him. It looks like there's more feathers up over there, but I don't see nobody. Are they invisible? Why is there feathers just floating in the air over there?
Yeah, it's like 4 more angels behind. It's like there's like 2 on the left and 2 on the right behind these 2 creatures. So it's basically like 6 beings altogether. Yeah, I don't know if you see what I'm talking about.
I see them all on the right side. All the different ones sitting down. He's got like a vase in his hand. Then you got one up top that looks like a genie coming out of a bottle for some reason.
Yeah, it look like it's a fish one. You could see his tail like go all the way, look like a fish. But on the left though, on the left at the bottom, you got one looking like an alien, right? Or like kind of like the Egyptian shit. Then one of the Egyptian.
The elongated skulls.
Yeah.
It's a Rothschild. I seen a picture. Man, I don't know if it was a man or woman, but it had like a receding hairline. And it had an elongated skull. Not that big like in these pictures, but it was definitely elongated. Her dome. Or his dome or whatever. I'm gonna find that picture. Hold on.
Yeah, bro. This picture represent as above, so below, bro, in the 3D aspect. You feel me? Like if you would have to put the line, if you have to try to turn this into a 3D, you will see how it represents as above, so below. And even the creatures on the right, you can see how they more look like water creatures, and the creatures on the left, you see they more look like earthly creatures and air creatures.
Come on, be here. Man, it's wild to me.
Said that the world loves attention. That things live because we give the world all our attention. We desire its monstrosity. Its wealth is the biggest carrot keeping people from stirring their own shit. That is true right there. I mean, people want the things in the world. This is what keeping them, from doing what they're supposed to be doing in life, selling their own shit, right? That's true.
Damn.
I see the natural versus the world. I mean, most people don't see nature. Most people can't see nature without the ways of the world. People can't imagine the earth being great without civilization, without all this evil shit going on, without all this uh technology that's polluting our environment. People can't imagine the earth being great without all these things, so people think it's necessary to accept all these things because that's the only way we can be great. This is the greatest civilization of all time. That's how people is looking at it. Oh, the
Damn.
earth is primitive.
Damn. I don't understand why it's so hard to find. Jacob Rothschild, you look like shit, buddy. Alright. I'm going to show you guys Mr. Burns. Can't find that picture with the lady. I'm gonna find it because these pictures I have don't do justice to what this person looked like. Their skull is really. Now, can people fake it? Yeah, that's always in my first thought, but I don't think this one person was faking it. Look at this Mr. Burns right here. Jacob Rothschild. All the money in the world. He don't look happy at all. Miserable. Nobody likes him. I guess it's worth it, right? You could have all the nice things, the material trash that obviously ain't making this man happy, right? It's why he's evil. He needs to hurt people to feel better, I guess.
I don't think he. I don't even think he exists.
You think it's just he's playing a puppet role or something? The
I don't
real
even.
people who got the money don't even be in public.
I don't
Their
think it.
name
Yeah.
anywhere.
I don't think none of the characters they show us on TV and the news. I don't think none of these characters really exist. I think they're just actors.
I see that too, to an extent. Like all the presidents and all them, they ain't got no power. You crazy? They do what they're told. and for what they pay them or give them, these people just sell out for the material things.
And these people can alter the look just like they can alter the look for a movie, bro. Just like they can alter the look for a specific movie, they can alter the look just like that for a different character. Easy.
Yeah. That's brilliant. How people can change character too.
Yeah.
Right away. They could sound like a completely different person. Their whole attitude changes. That takes
Yeah.
skill. The
I
CIA
see,
looks at people like that, man.
I don't see how people don't see this shit, man. People don't see how all this shit is a play. It's a play, man. People think
You
that people
seen when Trump
always
met with when Trump met with
the Russian president.
yeah, it wasn't him. People were pointing stuff out that I said, man, that's some good points.
Yeah, why all them American soldiers kneel down like that? They act like they was rolling down the red carpet, but they was really kneeling down behind before this man. They act like
I
this
don't
man
even
is
think
some.
that was Putin. I think
No,
there
that
was
was
a stand in Putin.
bro. That was a come on, bro. You don't think these Russians, is smart enough? Like they're not going to send Putin, bro. They're going. It's kind of like the same way when they was beefing with the Middle East, right? Gaddafi, came, in multiple meeting with with the president, but it wasn't really him.
The motherfucking television, bro. They put these plays on and people believe them. It keeps the people from, they got to keep the people dumbfounded.
Oh, it's not even that, Charles. People are looking for something to believe in. People don't want to know the truth because the truth is running from their face.
They need to believe in themselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
People need something to believe in because they don't want to believe in themselves. What responsibility? You mean that I have to get up and do all of that, man? That's too much work, man. That's how people is looking at it. So they want something to believe, bro. They want like a president to make America great again. Why would anybody support Trump? Yeah, man. I don't really think these people really exist, man. I think these are characters, man. You feel me? It's
For
like
sure.
Denzel.
For
It's like
sure, yo.
It's like Denzel Washington. He's a character. That's not his real name. His real name is not Denzel Washington. So why everything about him is Denzel Washington? So he's a whole business. His character is a entity. Is a business.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because that's how I think they do a lot of this. You could LLC many different businesses, right? So these characters become the business. So
Yeah.
you could have 70 of them, but one person could own them. But you get what I'm saying? They're playing the system in
Yeah,
many
or you could
ways.
do You could just hire somebody to play your character while you're over here in a whole nother world, inside of the world, working on another character.
It's brilliant, I gotta say.
I even watched a video earlier. I seen a video how somebody was doing a review about a video that saying that Tupac is alive and he's coming out, with a lot of evidence, so basically, put Jay-Z and Kanye in jail. I mean, Jay-Z and Diddy in jail, for, a lot of, illegal shit that they was doing locally and internationally. And and I seen a little clip of, there is a guy they were saying that's him because I think the guy name is Kill, something like that. And I don't know if this video is AI, but there was like, yeah, everybody talking about, Tupac is coming back. Tupac is coming back. Man, I've been here. What y'all talking about? But yeah, man. So I be feeling like these characters, when it comes to these characters, man, you feel me? They just, they're like generational, business. That just go from generation to generation. Like the original owner of the business probably died, right? The original person that played the character probably already died, but his son is playing it now. Or his grandson is playing it now. Why do you think it's so many artists that's like old as fuck, but yet they still look like mad young? Nigga, you look like your grandson, like, nigga. Idols. Facts. Yeah, the world is a stage, man.
Word too, idle. What happens when your car idles? I don't know, but idle.
I mean, that means this shit is not going nowhere. When your car
You're
idling,
dull.
that
When
means
you're an
it's not
idle,
going.
you're saying I dull. You're dull.
Yeah.
Idols. Look at this. I just learned that they would wear top hats because the people that had elongated skulls would wear them. So it's almost like they're paying homage in these rituals. It's what I heard from what's his name?
Bro, you have to
Jay
understand.
Dreamers. He mentioned it. It's a Masonic ritual. That's why they wear these big barrel top hats.
That's giving reverence to Saturn, because you have to understand. And when in the Middle Age, medieval, right, time, right, these people was, their culture, they were dealing with Saturnalia, right, and Saturnalia is dealing with the worship of Saturn, right, but it's a corrupted version of Saturn. It's not the original version.
Bro.
So that's what they had for. Their hat is representing Saturn. Because Saturn got the ring. Look at Saturn. Saturn got the ring around it. And when you're looking at the hat, whatever hat they have, it gotta have that ring around it.
Yeah, I know. Same thing with the graduation hats too.
Mm-hmm.
It said all religions worship Saturn. The cross is an unfolded box. Same thing with Satan. Then you got fucking Saturn's cube over there in Mecca. And then it's everywhere. They want you in that box.
Yeah, but this is the natural way. That's why I say these people, they do it for a specific reason. They do it because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to be able to read their aura and see the evil that they're thinking about, the evil that they're doing. Because if you're a clairvoyant people, you can read the people aura, right? So what they're doing, they cover the crown chakra, and once they cover the crown chakra, you're not gonna be able to see. To able to read the aura or even to have a proper reading. So but the original way is not because of that. It's not because you don't want people to see the evil that you're doing, but it's because you don't want people to get into your secret, into certain things that's sacred. It's not a secret, but that's sacred. You get what I'm saying? Like you might have like $1 million, you know what I'm saying, or you might have like a 1,000 pound of gold, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want people to take your gold, right? So you wearing your hat, right? Because you have a lot of wealth that's sacred that you don't want people to to just be able to just get into your shit. So it was about the original way, like I said, is it was in a positive way, but these people turn it, they start doing it, to cover up the evil.
I don't know, man. There's something about this. I want to hear how long they think this been in the ground. This could be gold. But this one, what do you think? That's solid gold, bro. Whew. I don't think it is.
That look like concrete.
That
I
one
ain't gonna
too,
lie,
yeah.
bro.
It is
These
concrete.
these things look like 1,800 artifacts, bro. 1,500
Yeah.
artifacts, 1,700 artifacts, bro. Like that was basically
I was thinking
that.
they made them and put them there.
Yeah, I think they specifically created these things. They implanted these things there, right, to jump a timeline. Basically,
Well,
that's what they did.
isn't it odd that these are being found and there's aliens on them? That was my first thought to my mind. And, well, what people call aliens, but I just think these are people that were living here. And is the 1800s even the 1800s? That's
Yeah, because it's 7 years. It's 7 years behind. It's 7 years ahead, right? Which is they jumped their timeline basically. So
they
they
added
have you.
1,000 or 700 to 1,000 years.
Yeah, 700 years, 7,000 years, right? 700 years, 7 years, right? They, of course, if they're gonna add, 7 years is 700 years too, 7,000 years. They're even saying that the world is like 6,000 years. Couple years ago, they've been saying that it probably should be like 7,000 years now, or some people were saying it's 7,000 years old. So they have something with that seven. But I'm saying that's how they jump their timeline. They create these artifacts, and they implanted these artifacts, right? And they create a new calendar to jump their timeline.
Because,
or not even to jump
man,
the timeline, to create, to split the cycle and give you a timeline and give you the origin of a timeline, because there is no such thing as origin. Origin is a philosopher name, so he's the one that come with the story of of the origin. So there was no such thing as the origin before. Nobody was talking about the beginning before this guy, the philosopher named Origin. So that's what they did. They split the cycle in order to give you a timeline, or to give you an origin story.
It's odd to me, man. Look at that alien sitting cross-legged, or people with elongated skulls. Now this stuff's being found. I mean, the place. I've seen videos of people going. It looks like it's an impossible place to get to. You ain't gonna walk to these lands because they got to take little boats and stuff. There's fucking snakes the size of cars, probably. But yeah, these people are finding these places that have been hidden in the jungle, deep in Brazil and stuff. But this, I don't know.
This is, bro. This is a corrupted way to look at it, bro. That thing right there come from the dread people, right? That's why you will see some of these people, right? Their hair will look like it's dreads, right? Like so.
Thoth over there on the right.
Yeah.
That's Thoth.
Yeah, so these people are, are Rastas, that tie their hair a certain way. It's not really their head look like that. Today we have, a certain group of people in Africa that basically mold their head to be like that. But these tribes are what we call reserve tribes. They're not like original tribes, from the land. These are reserve tribes. People, just like we have reserve tribe people over here. They're not original people, here. They just being put on reserve. They come from other places, and they will tell you they come from other places. But like I said, the original way of that, of your head looking like that is a Rasta thing. Like I used to have my hair wrapped like that, looking like that. But my hair wasn't that literal shape.
This supposed to be a giant in Afghan mountains. I forgot where. It might say I can't see it, but no, I can't read that. I think it's real. Could it be AI? Yeah, it could.
I mean, that ain't too far from if you put Kevin Hart next to Shaq, he probably look the same.
That's how it would look. Yeah. Even 15 feet ain't that bad either. That's two of Shaq. Yeah, that's pretty. But and if you put two Shaqs, that's about perfect height. Some of these doors, these huge doors. Yeah, you put someone 12 feet tall, it would be just perfect to walk through them doors.
Yeah.
Imagine someone 12 feet, bro. They would beat the soul out of you. One hit, you're done.
And don't forget some of the Asians, man. Some of the Asians that wrestle, man, they bigger than that nigga. When you're looking at some of the Asians that be doing that wrestle shit that they do, man, they huge. I don't know if they're Chinese or they're Japanese. All I know is they're Asian, bro. But they be doing some type of wrestling where they squat. You feel me? They have to squat. You feel me? And then trying to grab each other. It's some. I don't know what type of how you call that type of
Look
wrestling.
at his hands. His hands are about as big as that lady's head.
That's what I'm saying. These Asians be huge, man. But I believe, bro. It's just is a way you train your based on your genes. You feel me? You could train your body to be like that. You feel me? To be this big. If your genes is already, you have the ability to be tall, like you're gonna be tall, like you could literally train your body to be big.
And you know why I agree with that? Because your body's like a computer. So when you bust a nut and you send that seed, it's already been programmed. So yeah, you could definitely change your genetics, and then the child would be more superior in areas.
And especially now, bro. Especially now, they're talking about there is technology that you're able to choose if you want to have a boy or a girl, what color eyes you want him to have,
That's
how tall
crazy,
you
right?
want him to be. Yeah, like so. How long they been having this technology that it wasn't available to the public?
And
You
then
know
I
what I'm
start
saying?
to think, well, if we're allegedly doing this, how the fuck did we get here, right? If we're figuring out, I mean, come on, that blows a lot of things out of the water.
Yeah, that's what I be saying. I be questioning, like, when we talk about how we was created, or when we talk about the beginning, you know, like all that shit is made up. All that shit, we will have to believe in that shit.
You gotta be lying to believe it.
And I think once you start to take it serious, to ask yourself, like, all right, where do I come from and how do I get here? Uh, I think you will find the answer. But you're probably gonna reject the answers because you want your answer to make sense to how people think they got here, or how people think you will got here. So you will probably reject it because of that. Because when you try to make sense of how people think you got here, or how people think they got here, right? When you try to compare them to, you might reject it, but you will get an answer. You will get the answer where the fuck you come from and how you got here.
What time is it? Two about to be. I'm gonna jump off at 2:30. Damn, I said I was gonna jump off at 2, but fuck it. It was meant to go like that. Truth
Mm-hmm.
Zone's getting that money.
Yeah, running up that bag.
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I just finished up, man. My goddamn battery fucking done died on me, man. Goddamn. Goddamn car running idle and the motherfucker fucking died, man. It's about shit. Hold on, I'll be right back. You gonna be live for like 2 more minutes, right, Charles?
Look, Dean said, "You're standing beside him, and fuck, mate. Did you wipe your eyes?" Yeah, these giants, man. I think they built a lot of things. A lot of these huge structures that were melted seem to be something evil took this realm, took it
Yeah.
over.
See, that's the thing. You see, if that's what if that's what will have to make me believe giant exists, or giant, was all over the earth, or there was a civilization full of giant. I don't know if I would believe that, because I don't believe that you gotta be a giant. I don't think you gotta be a giant in order to build all the wonders that we have here on
I
earth.
never said they built all of them.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. A lot of people, there is a lot of, when it comes to the fucking pyramid, they're saying that ain't no way we could have built the pyramid. It's gotta be a giant, or some type of aliens, you know. And I'm saying I don't think that we need any mystery, or you gotta be some type of giant or alien to build the pyramids, to build all the wonders that we have. I think you just need to have the right science, the right measurement, right, and the right tool. That's it.
This factual right here, what Gabe said, Kali Yuga, man, you could tell Kali Yuga and all over there, those temples look like computers. They no, they are fucking computers. I'm trying to think of the names of these places over there. Angkor Wat. everyone knows about Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat, like it's in the name. But I don't know. There's all
I think
sorts
that
of
giant. I think that giant
civilizations
topic.
there.
I think that giant topic is kind of like when black people say, "Oh,
First,
we was first, or we was ruling the world," you know. And then people ask questions. All right, if you was ruling the world, you had all this power. How the hell did the white man
You
take
get a
it from?
truck. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I heard you say my name right.
Oh,
So yeah,
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. Who all up here, man? Damn, I can't even see it. I've been out and about, man. I just finished up, man.
It's only me and Naga now.
I'm gonna fucking battery died on my car, man. I gotta get a goddamn jump, man. You about a bitch.
yeah.
I left the motherfucker on. I shouldn't have left it on like that, man. Hey,
But yeah, that's what I think, Charles. I just think it's like a topic like that. It's like if giant, if there was giant, like that, and the giant, they're bigger than us, how the hell we some way somehow, make them go extinct or kill all of them, or why the hell they hiding from us? If they so much bigger than us, they so much stronger than us, they are so much better built than us. Why are they hiding from us? Or how the hell they let us? You feel me? Take
That's what
that.
I
You feel
want to
me?
know. There definitely was taller people. There still is taller people. There's somebody in Russia that's about 8'1" or some shit. Remember Manute Bol? That dude was funny. His legs were like Manute Bol.
Man, I had a cousin. I had a cousin in my family that was 7'3" or 7'4". His name was Balbo. He passed away, but he was 7'4". He was skinny as hell though. He wasn't
What
big. He
the?
was skinny as hell, but he was 7'3" or 7'4". So I'm saying, man, once your bone is you got big bones, it's easy for your body to be big, for you to be a big motherfucker. If you already, if you're gonna be tall, it's easy to
There's
train your
probably
bones.
small civilizations like families and shit. Just like today, there's tall people in every continent. Ah, damn.
Yeah, know what the fuck is that? Damn. Man, I
Yeah,
shouldn't
what
starting,
the
gang.
fuck?
oh shit, my bad. My mic was still on. Charles. Yo.